It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. This is a Thursday, Travel Thursday with Captain Paul.
I forgot I was wearing this today. And I'm like, oh, wait, that's an old show. But no, it's today.
Are you wearing the same thing you had on yesterday?
Am I?
No.
I might be.
No.
No, I had pink on. I think that's why I was confused, because I saw 2 days of pink, and it's so rare for me to do that.
You're confused, but it has nothing to do with the pink, I'll tell you that much. But anyway, welcome to all our friends across America. I want to thank all our friends down in Roku. And I figured out it is not Washington State, number one. The reason that's going in there is because that's where their headquarters is, and everything pours in there.
Ah,
So we are actually at 52,000 homes.
that's unbelievable.
It's ridiculous because you guys must have nothing else to do. But the funny thing is, it's on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV, and we're having a fun time with that.
The amazing thing.
People get on those.
You know, that's a great question because I talked to her mother, who talks to me when she's watching the show.
Okay.
You got to buy the little box.
Little box.
Gio bought me a box, and you go into Roku, and you have to download the Brooklyn Cafe TV show.
That's it?
So those
That's it.
52,000 homes are people that actually downloaded us on their Roku
It's
or
on there.
Amazon Fire.
It's like when
My
you
son did it.
It's like when you watch some of the other cable networks,
Yeah.
right? And you're going to watch a series, it stays on your network.
It records it all the
Just
time.
records it. Now, we are coming out with some new ideas because we are going to get bigger in the podcast business. But the thing I didn't like about podcasts is that you do it and it's always a tape deal. You do it, you record it, and you send it. Well, we have come up with the technology where we are actually going to do live podcasts on Amp It Up, online radio, and then we're going to put it on other podcast channels. So we're going to do live, and then Roku may come out live. Roku and Amazon and Apple may come out. The show may come out live as opposed to just being taped.
Because a lot of platforms are changing, a lot of the social media platforms, and we've seen it firsthand. Because
Yes,
I know
we
you
have.
baited, and we've seen it, and things have totally changed. And now the platforms are growing, so I think we just grow with them, and we continue to go. There's Felice. We continue
Giggles.
to grow with what it is. We go through Apple, we go through Roku, Amazon Fire. We're going to do more on Twitch, LinkedIn, because that's where things are going, and things are changing. Come on over, Miss Felice. And that's where things are going and changing. So you know what? We're going to go with the changes and make some changes ourselves.
LinkedIn would be great for business.
Well, Freddie got some comments on LinkedIn, and it's a platform that we totally underutilize, and
Yes.
it's time to now utilize it appropriately. And that's what we need to be doing. How you doing, Felice?
Good, how are you?
We missed you.
I missed you too.
It is Travel Thursday at the Brooklyn Cafe. We've got Paul with us, Paul Vadiato from cruiseoptics.com, and Felice Minkin from By Felice Wellness. I always have a hard time tagging you on that, but I tagged your
know.
name on it. But we got By Felice Wellness, and we got travel deals. Our kids don't know it, our crew, but we've got a whole questionnaire that Paul brought us that we can have these questions to go forth later in the show. So that'll be fun. You don't even know it either.
I didn't know it.
I
no.
know. So I just got that. And we keep rolling and going. What
People are
else?
asking me, where's your hat? Where's your hat, Captain?
You know, it was either my hat or my pants. I remembered my pants.
And how you like that? How you doing, Freddie?
I'm doing great. You know,
Leave the pants home next time.
yeah, don't. You just blank my whole train of thought. Now I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm gonna tell you, I'm excited because we brought in a group of I don't know what we producers, for lack of a better word, and I put them together to put this piece together All right, do we have the piece? Yeah. All right, let's play it. Just make sure the sound is on because I don't want people to get confused. But they put this thing together in less than 2 hours. They put this together. There was a mishap because...
We got to get the new one.
All right. There was a mishap because of the technology on our end, which has nothing to do with what they did. But they put this together in 2 hours. I'm really excited about this because we are going into season.
You want to get that?
No, that's New York. They got to wait. We're going into season, and I want to be able to produce commercial spots on the go. And we have this group of guys that came in here, and you should see how excited they go when I say, okay, I need this done, I need this done. Like if you're standing there, they will interview you, put the voice together, do the commercial, the whole 9 in 2 hours.
Well, they're waiting to know. Ryan wants to know what he's working on. And what I'm really excited on, that we actually have a sales and marketing division of the cafe.
Yes, we do.
And it's head by JP, and Anya is working with her. And it is something that you and I desperately needed the help on because we just don't have enough time to do what needs to be done during working hours. So great job, JP, on doing that, and Anya. And listen, everyone has a reason, and we all work together as a team, and it grows the platform. And you know what? You try things, they don't work, you try it again, and you need the right people in the right places, and we grow and we go.
That's right. And it's all about experimenting differences because, you come to season and you go to the beach and you get sunburned. And then you go to eat. And then you go back to the beach. And you go to the pool. And you're drinking the same margarita. And you do this for like 3 months, right? You need a little change in your life. No?
We
Yes.
keep changing over and over again.
I mean,
What
coffee.
does it say? If you throw enough spaghetti at the wall, something's going to stick?
I wanna throw macaroni at the
You
wall.
can throw macaroni. We started with our T-shirts. Then we progressed to the vests. And now when they go on marketing and they do things at the chamber, they have their pins. So if you see our crew walking around with their producer pins, stop and say hello because, yes, they are part of the Brooklyn Cafe.
Yes.
You'll see them around town, always branded because that's what it's all about. I told you what my vision is. I want them all to walk into a place and everyone say, wow, the Brooklyn Cafe is in the house.
No, I just want them to act like a motorcycle gang on motorcycles and show up with the jackets that you guys may find out.
But you know what's the best thing about it is it's that you meet people where they are.
Yeah.
So the audience, wherever they may be, if they're in their car, if they're home, if they're at the beach, or they are just hanging with their friends, they're going to be able to find the program and they're going to be able to find the people that they want to see because it's archived, it's well organized, and it's well produced, and this is one of a kind.
Oh, well, thank you. That's why we love working with Paul so much. It's been a long time. It's what, 1.5 years already you've been working with us?
Almost 2.
Almost 2, Freddie. And you've known him for so long.
I know for a whole lot longer than
I was a
2.
young man, you know.
Now,
And
the
you had hair.
Well, and I did. And it's funny because in the day, Paul used to have a show with David.
David, yeah.
They used to do a show back in the day.
It was caregivers, right?
And then Paul was gracious enough, him and David were gracious enough to let me experiment. The camera, the angles. Remember we had the green screen?
That was wonderful.
And we used to tell Paul, don't wear green. Because the green screen, he was a talking head. He has a green shirt. Yeah.
But it's funny because when we have guests that wear black and we're at an end by the black curtain, even when we were at Don Pablo, we were on black. And you and I were both wearing black. And when there's a black curtain, it was the same thing. You're like a talking head. It's the same thing with any color unless, I guess, it's white.
That's right. Well, the object of the game is that we've come a long way in putting things together, and Paul was part of that. Remember we had the multiple sets?
That was so much fun. I mean, I don't know how you did it, because you certainly didn't have the setup you have now.
No,
But
we ad-libbed it.
I mean, it was literally spit, baling wire, and glue to put everything together.
It's funny.
It moved.
It's funny because we had a couch, we had a table set, and I used to
And
move
we had a
him.
high table.
Had
too,
a high table. We
three
used to end the
different
show on
sets.
the third set. It was just
Nice.
weird. But, again, there's a lot of things you can do that we don't have a lot of room in here. We use up a lot of space with what we got. But if you come on down, there were people that came in from Maine. Maine had all that storm yesterday.
Yeah.
And people came down to avoid the storms, and they came into the gallery. And the place was gorgeous. They love it. And then they come in here. They had a cup of coffee. Lady's like, I don't want to leave. I said, you got to go because it's time to leave. No, I don't want to go.
It's a beautiful venue right here at the heart of Delray Gallery. But we are on Travel Thursday. We're going to talk cruise deals. And what's going on? Paul's got a lot of papers happening.
I tell you what, I got a lot of things. We have just came out with what we call our wave program. In season, when they come down, it's called wave season. That's when most people from the north are coming down. They're looking to cruise. They're looking to vacation. And we just came out with our new Shell We Travel,
Nice.
which
That's cute.
and it synopsis of all of the cruise lines, all of the resorts that we do, and they're all running promotions that will go through wave season. And I'm looking at these prices, and it's phenomenal. I was just playing with the computer yesterday a little bit, and I said, what's around before the end of the year? And I happened upon December 21st, right before Chris comes back on the 21st, balcony cabin on Celebrity Cruise Line. It was $1,295 for a couple on Celebrity.
$1,295
for a couple.
Really?
Yeah.
During Christmas time.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah.
Right before Christmas on the equinox.
And it leaves when?
It comes back on the 24th, so what, 14th?
So you get back for Christmas Eve, 10 days?
No,
7 days?
7 days.
Okay. Wow.
That's unbelievable. How are they doing that and staying in business?
And if you don't mind an inside cabin, it was $620 a person.
Now, this thing about the cabin.
Wait, is $620 a person or $1,200
Couple.
a
a
couple.
couple, which is the same thing?
Yeah.
So you may as well do the outside
get the
cabin
balcony,
because you're
yeah.
essentially it's the same money. So why not do the outside?
Well, there are certain people that like rooms. Like, I love rooms. But people always say, no, we got to go.
Well, we have you for the owner's suite always.
You see, that's what I love. I
Don't you
love
love
that.
looking at space with me. When Freddie and I look at places,
No.
I go, I need a bathroom.
A bathroom and air
I need air
conditioning.
conditioning. He goes, come on. I go, nope. That's a game changer. If their place doesn't have, if a room doesn't have a bathroom and air conditioning, done.
2 sinks.
And there you have it.
Now, let me ask
Who
you.
even needs a closet?
Well, let me ask, because I haven't done a cruise in a long time. Are the rooms, the bathrooms, still small and tight, or have they?
Well,
fixed
you're
all
not going to
that?
have a ping pong tournament in the bathroom.
No, you're not.
You're
but
not.
sometimes I don't fit in the bathroom. Well, I was a lot heavier back then.
I don't think they've changed the construction, or they've probably remodeled and put in some new furniture.
I've seen them remodel these big
Yeah, but-
boys, and some of these ships are huge, man. There's like cities.
Yeah.
The newer ones are big. They're about 5,000 people. But, the Equinox, which I was just referring to as Celebrity, it's 1,900 passengers. That's not a lot.
That's not a lot at all. What are the big ones carrying? Thousands.
The new Oasis, which is coming into Miami in January, will hold 5,000 passengers.
I was gonna
And a
guess
crew of about 4,000.
That's a lot of people.
9,000 people on a ship? That's a floating city.
It
That's a
is.
city.
It's bigger than a football field. It's almost as tall as the Empire State Building.
What?
It's huge.
That's unbelievable. And it's going to be out of Miami?
Out of Miami.
And that's a Royal Caribbean ship.
Yeah, it's a Royal Caribbean ship that was launched 10 years ago. They brought it back to the shipyard, and they literally stripped it clean, and they redid everything. They added all new activities. They redid all the rooms, cabins. They redid all of the bars, the restaurants. They added what people said they liked, and they took away the things that people weren't so happy about. So anything that is new in Royal Caribbean is on that ship. Now, in January, when that ship comes on, the Allure is going to be pulled out, and it will be going in for a rehab. You go on the ships, and everyone is modern and current.
You're kidding.
Yep.
Now, what I like about ships is they don't run. How you doing,
Hey,
William?
stranger.
How are you? How you doing, big
Did you know
guy?
he was coming?
I had no idea.
Ah, how you doing?
Mr. Duff in the house.
You always invite us when you're in the
That's right.
Oh, and you're
You want a cup of coffee?
Are you
I
ready?
love a cup of coffee. You got a good cup of coffee?
It's right
We
there.
got a cup of Brooklyn
You
Cafe.
can't miss
Cutie
it.
Coffee. I always wondered what they did with the older ships, right? Do they use it for salvage or scrap? But they redo them.
They redo them, and the smaller ships they sell to either other cruise lines, or they create smaller companies to do more intimate type of cruises. So there are people who just don't want a large ship. They want the intimacy of a smaller ship. And to give you an idea how it also is changing, they now have what they call cruise ship modern dressing. Used to be when you went on the cruise ship, if when you went to dinner, you'd have a long gown on, and I would have a tuxedo on. Most people are saying, I don't want to do that anymore. Though many do, and you can. So the dress codes now are changed. For the dining rooms and the special nights, men have a sport coat and a collared shirt. Women can either wear a gown, they can wear a cocktail dress, they can wear a
Bikinis?
pantsuit.
Can they wear bikinis?
Not into, no, I don't know.
What about a bikini with like a wrap? Wrap it.
Wrap it, baby.
You can't do that
Sarong.
either?
You could wear a sarong.
Yes, I don't
What
know
do you
that
think
is.
about that, though? People it's like when you used to fly, people would get dressed up. It
Yeah.
was an adventure, and now not so much.
My
you go on
father.
cruises, you go out for dinner, you used to get dressed up.
My
Now,
father used
not
to
so
wear
much,
a tie and a jacket and his hat to
right?
go on a
It
plane.
was a whole
Yeah.
big thing.
I used to say, Dad, where you going? You're going to get married on this day or you go to Puerto Rico? He says, no, you got to be sophisticated.
You used to wear it when you went to church too.
Yeah, that too. But
Now
that's
they-
different because God like you clean.
Well, taking
Just
showers
saying.
clean. But it totally changed. We've become a much more casual society, at least in the United States. I
Yeah.
don't know what it's like in Europe or anywhere else, but as far as where we are, we travel casual. Everyone's wearing flip-flops. It's very, very lackadaisical, but then,
Well, when you go away, Dawn, no matter where it is, do you get dressed up at night?
no.
No, you just either wear jeans or you wear something casual and you go into a restaurant. You go and eat.
Last time we went away with the kids, because my kids go everywhere
Your
we
kids.
go.
So that's a long
And
time
again
ago.
with the kids.
Well,
No,
no,
this
just
is
a couple months
yesterday.
ago.
Yesterday.
It
She
was
takes
a
the kids
Saturday
everywhere.
night, and I said, I don't even feel like getting dressed to go out. We're eating in the hotel, and I think I may have been in like sweatpants and didn't even want to bother. I'm just done doing all that. You know why I think
Sweatpants.
it is? Because we do this every day. The getting dressed every day that used to be the Saturday night going out deal. Now Monday through Friday, by Saturday I like reversed it. I'll be in gym clothes all day, a bathing suit.
I don't believe that. I believe your shoes go everywhere you go. And when you go out at night, you put on the shoes. And then we met that young lady yesterday that had these purse in their
Oh, those are
shoes.
great purses.
There's a shoe purse. It's the most craziest thing I've ever seen. I can see you still dressing up when you go on a cruise. I just,
Well, when you go on a cruise, it's
I
the
mean,
whole thing because you're out amongst people and you're always there. Yeah, you gotta get dressed up.
I guess
a
you
little
gotta-
bit at a time.
I know.
What
then-
about dress up nights? I mean, for white night or for 50s or the 60s nights. Are you gonna?
I've never done that.
You've never been to a theme party?
They do that a lot at the country clubs in the
Yeah,
area.
but it's
yeah.
fun getting doing
Yeah, and
that.
it's fun. It's
I've
cute.
never done that.
Yeah.
I like it because you know what? If you're going to be away and you're going to do something different, then go away and do something different.
I got a
and change it
confession.
up. Yeah.
I have dreadlocks.
What?
Really?
I do.
Oh, you bought the
You
fake
bought them, or are you?
I have dreadlocks.
Next Thursday,
So when
Paul, I
I when
wanna
I
see 'em.
when I do my Caribbean, yep, I'm in the spirit, man.
Are they gray?
You had more
color
white
are
than
they?
gray.
Durf,
Only
you
my
got
head
you got
does.
dreadlocks too? Let's get him a mic. You got dreadlocks too?
Yeah.
Dreadlocks. I want you. Is it attached to a hat?
No, no,
Okay,
no.
because they come with the
I was
hat.
wondering the same thing.
They come with the
We should
hat.
Yeah,
get
yeah.
them for you.
No, we should not.
You know,
Yeah.
there's so many fun
Halloween
things
is
that we
coming
can do.
up.
First-
Halloween is coming up.
First of all, I am shocked that you said I should wear that, and I'm gonna leave that there. But I'm gonna leave it alone because I
Halloween
am not
is coming
doing
up,
it.
and it happens
In
to
that
be on
hat.
a Thursday.
Hat.
On a Thursday.
You put it on a hat. It goes attached to the hat. You put the hat on, the dreadlocks on it.
I have a whole collection.
You have that
Some gray, some green.
of dreadlocks?
No, not dreadlocks, but it looks as though it's a golfer's cap, and it looks like I'm wearing Guy Fieri's hat here.
Here.
It's spiked gray.
Oh, you seen that? There you
Well,
go.
this is the man that branded Freddie with the hat. I just want you all to know that Bill Dirth is the one that gave Freddie this hat, and this has become your brand now. Always, always, always. Even at 7-Eleven, you've got that hat on.
I hate it because my doctor, my heart doctor, Miss Fields, doesn't even know who I am without the hat. Oh, that's Freddie. I
It's
mean, it's
true.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous already.
It's true. That has become your brand is the hat. And it's
My
all
brand.
thanks to Mr. Dirth.
I know.
Are you ready?
I know. Are you ready? Are you still doing Are You Ready?
I am.
Okay.
Yes, I've been seeing a lot of posts about that. So we've got the ship, we've got the cruise going on right before Christmas. You get home Christmas Eve day, so you have plenty of time to spend it with your family. I'm still thinking Thanksgiving would be a great day to go.
It's a little more expensive for Thanksgiving. I had a family that wanted to go away, and it just didn't hit their budget because supply and demand. Christmas is a little bit more money, but those in between, you can really find the sweet spot and prices there. The cruise that we have going in March on the Celebrity Equinox really is a great deal that we have. We also have now $400 off the ticket price. Few cabins left on that, and it comes with a drink package and Wi-Fi. I mean, how can you go away for, what is it, $2,700 for
That's
a
the
couple?
Caribbean piece that we've talked about. The
Yeah.
Brooklyn Cafe TV going to the Western Caribbean. I think Teddy
Little bit
has
of salsa.
that video.
Right.
It
Yeah.
leaves on March
7th.
March 7th. It is a week. It leaves from Fort Lauderdale or Miami?
Fort Lauderdale.
That's what I thought. It leaves from Fort
Yeah.
Lauderdale. It goes to Key West. It goes to Costa Maya. It goes to the Dominican. It goes to the Grand Caymans. A spectacular cruise. The deal is unbelievable. And then you get 2 upgrades. So one can be the Wi-Fi. One can be your drink package. You can add gratuities. You get to pick 2 of them.
Drinking
And
gratuities. Those are your number
that's
2s
what
right
I'm
there.
thinking, right?
That's the
Because
best
I'm not
2
going
right
to work
there.
on the Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. I'm throwing my phone overboard.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking your drink package and your gratuities.
We do this every day. Who the hell wants to do this on a cruise?
How many people you've got going so far?
We are pretty close to the 16 per. We
16
had a
cabins.
group of 16. We're pretty close to it. We have a couple of cabins left, but they are going quickly. And again, it's supply and demand. We're coming into wave season, and if we don't book the cabins, the cruise line takes them back, and they'll sell them at a much higher,
Well,
much
tell
higher
us the
price.
price point on this one. It's leaving on March 7th from Fort Lauderdale. Key West is spectacular
Yeah.
to start with. And the price on that, I know we've talked about that.
Yeah, let me get them out.
We're
So I
gonna
have them for you.
Talk about that. And to book it, all it takes is a $500 refundable deposit. So all you have to do is call Paul, 561-232-2626. I believe it was $1,500 per person. And I know there were, per cabin, I'm sorry. It was $1,500 per person for the week, right? So we're talking about $3,000 for the week.
It's under a little under $3,000 with the $400 off. It's about $2,900.
There you go.
And you get the 2 packages. You can choose which 2 that you want, and it's an upscale cruise line. It's for those people that like fine dining. Entertainment is fine. There's activities for the children if you're bringing children, but I think this is more of an adult trip that you want to go. You want to go with someone special, and you really have a good time. I've been on the cruise line. The food is sensational.
Is this the ship that Joy was talking about with the dining, with the computer?
It has the magical dining room.
Yeah, so it's
You
little
heard about
magicians.
this?
No.
You should see this, Felice.
Yeah,
This is
you
hilarious.
sit at a table like this, and it's dark in the room, and they start, and all of a sudden in front of you there is a hologram in a plate.
A hologram of your plate.
Of a plate.
Oh, so that's a good way to lose weight.
No, it gets better.
So then the menu appears, and you choose what you want to have for your first appetizer. And a little man appears on your hologram
Yes.
and brings the food and puts it on your plate. And then you have your entree, and the entree is put on the plate, and then the dessert is there. And after you have figured out what you want, from behind, the waiter then puts the real plate of what you just chose from the menu in front of you.
Wow.
And this whole thing is done in the darkness until the lights come on and your dinner's in
It's
front
like
of
Walt Disney on
It's
the
a whole
ocean.
experience.
Yeah, it's almost, is it scary a little bit?
It's so cool because you've never
Just
seen
in
anything like
awe.
it before. It is.
Yeah.
And we were talking last time about they have an ice bar for martinis. So the top of the bar is all white ice. It's cold, and they make the martinis there, and it's right on the ice, and you have custom-made martinis. Any one that you can ever think
Wow.
of.
It sounds like you will never want to leave.
That's the idea.
Really nice.
But we saw it, and it's automated little chef underneath the screen. And the funny
Yeah.
thing is, when they're decorating the dessert with the chocolate, it looks like the chef's doing a little thing bizarre. I don't know what he's doing, but you
Yeah.
can see the whole decoration thing was really
How
funny,
come
right?
you remember that?
Hologram
Because it
chef.
was so
Yeah,
funny.
that.
It's this little, it's like a Chef Boyardee chef, this little hologram chef, and they walk around, they put all the food on your plates, that you choose it, and as soon as you're done, you don't even look up, the food comes over your shoulder. And that's one of the experiences on this ship, which is amazing. Fine dining, a lot of good company, it's not too big, not too many people. And
But that's one dining room.
Right.
Then there's
There's
the
other
main
options.
dining room where you can either sit at a table for 2, if you want something more intimate, 4, or a table for 8, where you want to mix and mingle and meet some of the other guests that are on board. Maybe the captain will show up one night at your table for 8.
Do they have a captain's table?
Well, wherever
You
the
have to be
captain
invited.
is, it's invited. But
I
usually
got invited once.
the captain will choose the table, and maybe your table that you're out. Or you'll be tapped on the shoulder and asked, would you like to join the captain at his table?
You'll
for
be
the
tapped
night?
on the shoulder.
They did that to me. I was in Greece.
And they asked you to leave.
No, they said, can you come over would you like to sit at the captain's table? I said, yeah, but I wanted to sit next to the captain. And of course, he had these beautiful blonde babes next to him. And he kept saying no. So I said, then I don't want to sit there.
Well,
What?
And so they put me right next to him.
Celebrity does have a ship's captain who's female.
And I went to sit right next to her.
And he's in on that. Let's go to commercial break. Give us a call. Say hi to Paul. 561-232-2626 calls Paul. You can call our studio. 888-994-4995. I even forget what time we are.
994-4995.
What's the number, Freddie?
888-994-4995. Don't confuse Troy.
What's the number again?
888-994-4995. It's right
Give us a
there.
call. Test Freddie and Teddy because Teddy's running the board all by herself because our crew is in the other side and they're all smiles. You know what I said to JP? I asked a question and she answered me.
Congratulations.
I said, wow, I'm not used to someone actually responding to me from that room.
I know. We may have to throw JP on the set because
Because
she always
normally
tells me
I
no.
ask a
JP, I
question.
got movable cameras now.
But you know what it is?
What is
As
it?
a man, when you ask a question, do people answer you?
Never.
Well, as a woman, I ask a question and there's a lot of dead air. So I ask a question. Sometimes Hector will say, sir. Other than that, a lot of people times they have their headphones. No one answers. JP answered me and I said, huh?
And she has
Actually,
headphones.
I had a conversation with her.
And
I
she
thought,
has
yeah.
headphones on. And yeah, JP, you got headphones on?
Not today. So she hears everything that we're saying. She
Ryan
says we
answers
are
you.
heard.
Ryan always answers.
Yes. And there's Michelle. Let's take a quick commercial break. Our studio lines are open, 888-994-4995, and we will be right back with Travel Thursday. If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power. A platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions. A voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800. Come sail away with us on a 7-night cruise to the Western Caribbean, sailing March 7th, 2020. Join us aboard the beautifully renovated Celebrity Equinox with ports including Key West, Puerto Costa Maya, Mexico, Cozumel, and Georgetown, Grand Cayman. Call Paul Badiato at 561-232-2626 and book by August 30th, 2019 to receive a discount of $400 off a cabin for two. Call Paul today and ask for the Sail Away with the Brooklyn Cafe Celebrity Caribbean. 561-232-2626, cruiseoptics.com.
get your coffee. And we're back. Yeah, and Paul, everybody's writing in. It sounds like adult fun on the oceans. It's like Walt Disney World all wrapped up into one.
You still got to be a kid.
Well, this is what I like about cruises because
Yeah.
you let your hair down if you have any. If you don't, you grow some.
And everybody leaves their phones in the cabin.
Yes,
That's the
you should.
Best.
Right?
Really? That's so good.
Can you
Right.
even imagine
That's so
life
good.
without a cell phone?
Do you shower when you go on cruises?
Of course.
There's no time. There's so much to do. Really, I'm serious. I'm being serious.
What do you want to get hosed down when they clean the deck?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
I mean, there's never. I'm trying to remember. I didn't even
I
go
thought
down
you
the
were asking, did I
shower.
shower with my phone? I didn't know what you were going to say.
No, I'm
Yes,
saying-
I shower.
That's what I
on
thought he was
cruises.
going to say.
But on a cruise, you go and there's a lot of activity.
Let me tell you what
Yeah,
I
but are
don't
you
do.
exhausted by the time you get home?
I am
You
so
like-
exhausted. I fall asleep when we're checking out.
I
'cause
don't do hot
Yeah.
tubs though.
There's no tub. It's
I
a
don't-
shower.
No, on the cruise ship. I don't do the communal hot tub thing.
They have that.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Do they? Oh yeah.
That's one thing.
Definitely,
Yes,
yeah.
as the Jewish girl from Boca, ixnay on the hot tub thing. Just saying.
Stay
I don't-
away from the yellow water.
I don't.
Pretty
Yellow
much.
water.
Yeah.
I don't
All
even-
kinds of things go on in hot tubs.
See, the thing is, the millennials jump in the hot tubs and they get in the pool and they're all a little loud and yada yada yada. So I didn't do the pool part, but I did every other activity and then I couldn't find my room.
Oh, that-
I went north and my room was south. People were actually showing. Okay, so
and
let me
it's the
take
size
it.
of a football field. So
It
you're
is.
walking
It's a-
for a really long
So
time.
I said I'm not
Port
going
and
to shower.
starboard, you have odd on one side, cabin numbers, and even on the other.
So I just threw myself in the pool and then jumped out. That was the shower,
Yeah.
and I
We're good
stayed
to
all
go.
in.
And you're good to go. Is there the most popular destination?
It depends upon where you live and the kind of cruising that you like to do.
What about Florida? And here's why I asked. Yesterday we had on the Great Love Debate. And
Oh.
it was a show that it was yesterday, and Brian Howie, he flew in from LA, and we had a great show on men, women, and the show was here last night at the Boca Black Box Theater. And he said different areas have different, obviously, types of people, different dating. From Florida, is there a most popular spot most people like to cruise to?
Most people like to go to the Caribbean because they don't want to get on an airplane. And we have so many cruise ships that leave now. We have cruise ships out of Port Canaveral, we have them out of Tampa, we have them out of Miami, and we have them out of Fort Lauderdale.
There's
And
so
there's
many
also a
areas.
cruise ship that'll be coming out of Jacksonville.
Now you do a cruise down to the Keys, which I didn't know that even existed.
They have a high-speed ferry that goes from Miami to the Keys.
Yeah, but you have a cruise that starts, one of the Caribbean cruises goes to the Keys and then shoots out to the
This
Caribbean,
one, the
right?
Equinox is doing
Yeah,
that.
the Equinox.
Which I never heard of. You know,
Why?
Because I went to the Keys one time and I don't remember, it was a giant blur. But coming back was just going to the Keys. It was like in the Bronx. I go to Manhattan. But this is a cruise, and then you go out to the Caribbean.
Well, you're also forgetting that the cruise ship lines are all buying these private islands. Most of them are attached in some way to the Bahamas, and they are spending millions and millions of dollars to make them playgrounds for adults and
Smart.
for children.
Smart.
So they have over-the-water huts in Coco Cay, which is Royal Caribbean. And they have a butler, and you can have up to 8 people in there. They have alcohol in there. They'll bring you your food.
Waiters. Butlers.
Butlers.
You know what's so great about cruising though?
Female butlers.
Is your vacation starts as soon as you get out of your car
Yes.
at the port.
Yes.
You're not checking bags. You don't have to go on an airplane. You don't have to worry about connecting flights. You literally go to the port because there are so many in Florida. You get out of your car and Celebrity does everything for you.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually go right to your room. There's no more check-in lines. They take care of everything.
There's no more check-in lines?
Not on Celebrity. It's all automated. Everything's done and ready for you. You drop your bags and you go.
Head to the buffet line.
Time to eat.
You remember you checked in, you go at 1 o'clock and the boat doesn't leave till
Ship.
4. The ship doesn't leave till the ship doesn't leave till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, right?
Yeah.
So you get there early because you want
Because
to.
you're a walking party.
No, you get there early because you're gonna check in. It takes forever in the old way,
I
right?
know.
Now I get there at 1 o'clock, and by 1:15 I'm in my room, the room that I'm never gonna find again until 4 or 5 days later. And I'm like, okay, what do I do for the next 3 hours, Paul? Where do I go?
You eat.
Hold on, let's see.
You're going to eat. You're going to have the buffet is going to be open. There's going to be a couple of other specialty restaurants that are going to be open, and you're probably going to want to tour the ship. So they also have a guided tour when you first get on, so that you can see all that there is, where it's located. You're going to sign up for whatever entertainment you want to go, because most of it now requires a reservation because there's so many people on board. You're going to choose what it is that you want to do, though now with the apps that are available on the phone, you can do all of that from the comfort of your living room before you even get on the ship.
I was just gonna ask.
So you're going to game plan for 3 hours?
You have your activities all planned out. Monday I'm going to see the show. Tuesday I'm going to go to the water show. Wednesday we're going to go to the specialty restaurant. You also can book all of your excursions before you go. So if you're going to do swim with the pigs, or you're going to do a fishing trip, or you're going to go look at the ancient ruins in Mexico, you're booking all of this before you go, and bada bing, bada bing, bada bing, your days are filling up. So you're going to get on the cruise ship, you're going to be a little tired from the drive, you're going to go probably have lunch, and of course if you're going to have lunch, you're going to have a couple cocktails, right? Let's tell the truth.
Well, you're talking to the wrong one.
She's going to watch you.
I'm in the whole health and wellness perspective of
She's
it,
gonna
so I
watch you have the
questions.
cocktails.
We have healthy cocktails for you.
Yeah,
But there are health and wellness cruises as well, and the cruises there's so many things and different aspects.
Okay,
to it,
so
right?
let's start with that. So when you do go to your cabin, on the bed is going to be the activity sheet. And the activity sheet is 2 or 3 pages broken down by hours, half hours. And you could start early at 6 o'clock in the morning for a walk on the deck, and then you could do Zumba, and then you can do
yoga.
You can do yoga. You can go plan what you're going to do in the spa. So if you want to, and they have all sorts of spa treatments now, things I never even heard of.
Do you wake up early and do yoga on vacation?
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
vacation?
Because that's how I feel grounded. For me, I like doing activities, and for me, vacation is about stopping.
Yeah.
So
you get up at 6 in the morning, start doing yoga.
I
till
like
sun?
to do yoga early, so that then I'm like that's clear and I'm grounded, and
grounded?
then I could enjoy better because my mind's not.
It's a funny thing. When I go on
Yeah.
vacations on cruises, I do the morning exercise. I
What
do-
the bicep
Coffee?
curl of coffee?
That's right. It might not even. It might not even be coffee. It probably is not going to be coffee.
It might not be coffee. but
Irish
sure.
coffee.
Something because you
Yeah.
just keep on going. It's the
Yeah,
gift that
well,
keeps on giving.
Yeah, we.
Look, your mug and my mug match what we're wearing today.
Yes.
This would be a great Instagram post, by the way.
Oh, God help us. Anyway, and so Paul, okay, so now you plan, and it's not gonna take me 3 hours to plan, and you give me all these sophisticated deals you go have. Instead of swim with the pigs, maybe you eat with the lobsters. I mean, whatever it is. Me, I went down to the putt-putt range, and they have this game where you take a shot, and they spin you around. They put the putter on your head, and they
Oh,
spin you
yeah.
around 4 times, and you try to get it in the hole. And when you miss, you got to drink again. When you miss, you got to keep drinking again. And me and Freddie won that tournament. Then we went on to the next one.
Do you remember what you won?
I have no idea.
Remember your
I think it was a
cabin?
badge or something.
Remember where your
Huh?
cabin was? No
No,
idea.
my cabin. It's that way. And I went to the captain or somebody with a shirt, and I says, I can't find my room. He says, yeah, you got a problem. Go that way.
Do you like to cruise?
I do like to cruise. The
Where have you
last
been?
time I did it was we went as an entire family, so we were on the Disney cruise.
That's
It was
nice.
like a whole
Yeah.
and I thought it was gonna be. I thought I was like, all right, I'm going for the kids, but it was really,
They
there's
had-
a lot of adult things to do.
Right.
Yeah,
Talking to your mic.
there's
The
a lot
Disney
of adult
cruise
things to do.
It's great.
But hold on a second.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. She thought it was going to be for the kids.
Yeah,
So
well,
did
it was
it
a
end
part
up
of the
being?
family.
What kind
am I
of
gonna say?
entertainment did you enjoy?
For me?
Yeah.
I mean, just even being on the beach, and I rented a bicycle, and I just rode the beach, and I actually did a yoga class on a private white beach with
Really?
sand.
They
Yeah.
take pictures and stuff?
I
Is there
took
evidence of
pictures.
that? Yeah.
Disney's very accommodating to
I love
adults as
Disney.
well.
I
Yes.
cracked the rib in Disney.
Dancing with the Stars the
Ooh,
other
too
night
much
was
fun.
all Disney.
Was it?
Yeah.
So my daughter texted me, turn on Dancing with the
Oh,
Stars.
so fun.
So then I start crying because it was Cinderella.
Oh, Lord.
Who cries to Dancing with the Stars?
You have your
I
mic?
do. I totally do.
Now, he just came back from a cruise, right?
Combination of everything.
And you went to the Greek Isles?
Over the last 15 months, I've crossed off 12 items
Yeah, we haven't seen you in a while.
because I've been enjoying life rather than working at it. Rather than
good for
plan
you.
your work and work your plan, I've been planning at playing, and I've been playing well.
And
Probably been about
but
15 months.
it has been. Where did you go? Some of the places.
This year, had to spend a weekend in Paris.
Oh, God help
That was tough.
I had to, huh?
Flew on to Athens, had a weekend there. Then went off to on a high-speed ferry. They got grounded because they had gale force winds in the Aegean. So the 2-hour trip was a 5-hour ferry ride to Mykonos.
I was there.
Pretty.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. I mean, everybody talks about how expensive it is. Well, just get away from the water. If you go into Little Venice, a block or two, you can have a very affordable vacation.
Mykonos got expensive?
Oh, it's
By the water it is, but if you get among the town people, it's very inexpensive.
Oh, I was in Mykonos by the water. I had a beer with Paul McCartney. I had no problem.
oh well. The celebrities left. We went on the cusp of season.
Okay.
So
That's my
and then
dream
went off to Santorini.
Ah, Santorini is
Yeah.
another one. I used to call it
Did
my
you make
island.
it to Croatia?
Not on this trip.
That's put that on your list.
Did you go to Egypt or Turkey? Was the
Yeah, Syria is having an off season right now.
Yes, yeah.
rent free? And then there's
If you want to go camping, there's a lot of vacant campgrounds. I understand.
And then there's the island. What's it called? Club Med out there somewhere. Did you visit that?
No, we didn't. We created our own Club Med at the hotel.
Okay, too much information. But
No. Club Med now is very upscale. It's not the Club Med from when we remember 100
It
years
was
ago.
very upscale when I went.
Well, I,
but they
remember,
were just-
I remember a different Club
They
Med.
didn't have any clothes on, but it was upscale.
Now everyone has clothes
They
on.
have to wear
There's
clothes.
a Club Med. There used to be anyway, right here in Port St. Lucie.
Still is.
And
Do
they wear
make it more
clothes.
upscale?
It is upscale. It's beautiful.
Are they wearing clothes? That's all I
They
want to know.
Yeah, I went there
are,
with my kids.
except when they choose
You went there
not
with
to.
your
My
kids?
kids. I go over with my kids.
You went with your kids to Club
And
Med?
they were little. I mean, Aaron was like 3.
Were they naked people around you?
I don't think so. We did the circus. My kids were little. Aaron was 3. He was on stage. He's
You
20,
hear
If that's what you're looking
25.
for,
No, it wasn't what I was looking. I never knew what a Club Med was.
Oh.
I went on my
There's all
honeymoon.
different kinds of Club Med. There's ski and ski out Club Med. There's
The lady
youth
said,
Club Meds.
the lady sent me to all the islands, went to Turkey, and you end the trip in Club Med. I says, okay, Club Med to me was Club Med. I go in there, all the
it's
Norwegian
all
women were all
wine and
naked.
fine food now. And
Everything was fine. I had no problem.
On the water overlooking the Greek Isles. It's
My-
absolutely gorgeous.
My ex-wife said, if they're gonna be naked, why are they under an umbrella? I said, I don't know. She said, why'd you bring me here? I said, it's part of the deal. Now the food, the seafood, it's delicious. I had a ball.
You had a ball.
I had
I
a ball.
just can't even imagine what your life has been like. You
Oh,
really
my God.
need to write a book.
Listen, she was so mad at me. She threw me in the pool. The pool's
On
of
your
salt
honeymoon.
water. On my honeymoon. The pool's of salt water, you know? And no, my watch. I lost my watch. And I kept that watch for 17 years. And I said, remember this?
Wow. That's some way to start.
He is nuts.
Getting thrown
But
in
it
the
was
pool.
fantastic. And you have these adventures when you go. I mean, you're never going to forget. I went to Hawaii. I went to Black Sand Beach. Do you know Black Sand Beach is nothing more than volcanic ash?
That's what it is.
Right?
Yeah.
And they mix it. I paid the guy $50 because they said no, the volcano. I said, that's where I want to go. Yeah, but Freddie, we can't because I got the bus. I said, here's a 50, make a U-turn, take me to Black Sand Beach. Everybody started applauding. And they took us to the beach. I had sand coming out of my ears, my nose. I took some baggies, I put it in my underwear. And away I went.
How do you function?
They have a
I
7-day.
didn't think. Have you ever seen a brain like this? I mean, seriously.
I'm with him. That's
Black
how
Sand Beach,
that's
baby.
He's eternally a kid, and that's like
Yeah.
probably it's why you're healthy.
I-
It's why you're able to transfer
healthy.
back to health. I mean,
Healthy or not, here I come.
look at what you did with your health.
Oh,
I mean, I remember.
Yes,
I
I am
remember.
a whole lot better now. When you remember me when I was going through this
I
whole ordeal,
remember.
I'm gonna. What was it
Yeah.
you said? Enjoy life, don't work at it.
Work
That's what I
at
wanna do.
enjoying life.
That's what I want to do. He's showing me his chest, nice chest. Live
Live your life by a
life
compass,
a
not a clock. A watch or clock? A clock.
Clock.
Okay.
I like that.
I like
cool.
that a lot.
I love the idea of doing things spontaneously. So Bubba Gump in Hawaii, there was the owner there. He was from the Bronx. He gave me the keys. He says, don't go back home. And I said, why? He says, I want you to run this place. I was in there for maybe 2 hours. The place was packed. I was bringing people in, just being a ridiculous comedian.
When was this?
This is my
His other
14th year, so I'm, I don't know, 14 years ago. And I go, it was right on the beach, Bubble Gump. It was, I don't know what the name of the island was. It was right there because I remember the tree was in the ocean.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to people. I would meet you. Hey, come here. Try this drink. Which one you like better? And the place was rocking.
Tom Cruise at the bar.
They
Throwing
got-
bottles, everything was moving.
If I threw bottles, I broke it. He gives me the keys, Paul. And he says,
really?
I don't want you to go. Give me the name of your keys. I'm going to fly them here. I'm going to get you. He had a house and everything for me. This is God's honest truth. So I said to Michelle, my ex-wife, I said, Michelle, why don't we take him up on this? And she says, are you insane? I go, yeah, pretty much.
When I
And
was
I
in
had-
Hawaii, I almost stayed too.
I wanted to stay.
I was married a long
What-
time ago.
what island
and
were
I
you on?
said, I will stay if you stay. I'm not the wild child like you, but it was so amazing.
Oh, you hang out with me. I
should've
make
been
you a
hanging out
wild
with you.
child,
We might be living
baby.
in
But you
Hawaii
didn't
now.
say.
He said no. He was the wild child, and he was like, "Oh no, it's too
We
far
need
from
to
my
bring
parents."
that
I
wild
was like,
child out. Let it out.
I do sometimes.
But this is why I love what Paul does, because all the
Yeah.
cruise ships came into this bubblegum place. All of them were there from every part of the world.
But you know, Freddie, travel now is it's taking on a different outlook, a different lens. So it's really going to be geared into what is it that you want to do. Adventure travel now is huge. I got people that are talking about kite surfing in Hawaii, or they want to go to Galapagos to see the last of the wildlife that is there. We're going to Alaska,
We're going to Alaska
see the
on the
glaciers, to see the
I want to feed a
glaciers.
walrus.
Well, you can feed them.
Can
Why
I
not?
feed a walrus?
Absolutely.
I want to feed a. Don't look at me that way. I will
Where are
go
the
anywhere.
walruses?
What? In Alaska.
Yeah,
Oh, in Alaska.
in Alaska. And
Walruses in Alaska.
there we
and
go.
There we go.
There we
Is there a
go.
walrus? He told me there's no trees. What you palm trees in Alaska?
But you know, the world is changing, and we're losing a lot of the different environment that we had. So this is a chance to go and to explore and to be part of the changes. So South Pacific, New Zealand. I grew up in the era of Vietnam. Now it's a choice vacation area, and
I remember.
people are
Yes,
going
it's
there,
true. I
and
had
they're
family
taking
members that
riverboat
went.
cruises, and take even a riverboat cruise in Europe, going through the rivers of Italy or into ocean cruises from the Greek islands to Italy to Croatia.
Croatia, yeah.
And you're in a world that's so different than what we know. People who look at the world differently, who see food differently, who have music, culture, background. Kids come up to you in the street. I mean, it's just a whole
Felice,
different
what's
way of
your bucket
living.
list to go? Where do you want to go?
Santorini, Mykonos.
You want to take a cruise?
Greek islands.
And I would want to explore. I would cruise there, but then I'd want to explore the city, meet the people. I want to get
So you're
They
going
do.
to
the
stay.
actual.
They
yeah,
do
I
all
want
of
to
that.
stay. I want to
16
go to
days.
India. I want to
Six-
go to India.
India.
I
That
could
wouldn't
see
be a
you going
cruise,
to India.
probably.
Yeah.
Not
You-
India.
you don't wanna
No,
go to
leave
India.
India for later.
I do.
Cruising,
But yeah,
you go to Crete, you go to the island, they're about your height. You go to Crete, you have fun. You go walk into the places because you're short.
She's one of
You're
my people.
She went, yeah, I know that, but you definitely. See, the bottom line is every minute that passes of your life, you can't get back, right?
That's
Being
correct.
healthy is great. You can jog, you can run, but you gotta have fun. You gotta take some of this stuff. Mark Acosta, come on down, Mark. Join us on the set if you're in Florida. He's talking about this is a
Well,
fantastic
you can
adventure.
have fun and be healthy. Like, what do you do on your cruises when it comes to people who want to not gain 10 pounds when they're away, but still eat,
Exactly.
attend the buffets? What do you say to them?
I enjoy watching people and meeting people and sitting down, having a drink, a cup of coffee, and where are you from? Tell me what you do. What is life like there? And actually get to see how people around the world are the same as I am, and more importantly, how they are different, and the kinds of things and activities that they do. And I love to watch young families and how they are raising their children versus the way, I remember my kids growing up and watching my grandchildren growing up. To see the world through their eyes, for me, is really special. Now, you want to talk about my bucket list, the caves of Patagonia.
The hell is that? Where's Patagonia?
That's in South America.
Ah,
Yeah.
In Peru?
Thank you, Hector.
Yeah,
You've been there, Hector?
exactly.
He hears you.
he hears everything.
And they,
It's like the ninja.
you start in Santiago, and then you have to fly to get closer, and then it's a 4-hour trip by like a Jeep, and then you're in a kayak and you're going through these fabulous marble caves that are like nowhere else in the world.
There's hiking there too, isn't there?
Yes.
There's a
Yes.
place called Patagonia in Puerto Rico. That's where I thought you were going. There's no caves, just a lot of.
But a lot of good food.
And they're marble caves.
Yeah.
They have those things that hang down.
Stalactites.
Stalactites, stalagmites.
You like that?
But
Stalactites.
the mites go up, tights go down.
What?
Yes.
They
I
grow
don't
up.
mean those tights. Stalagmites and stalactites.
I'm losing the conversation here. In Puerto
They're like-
Rico.
they're kind of
It's
made-
like minerals that have solidified.
they're
They were
beautiful.
dripping.
In
and
Puerto
they-
Rico, they have La Cueva de Cubay, and the bats are in there, and I guess and they come down in those big
Now,
stacks.
these are like beautiful mineral crystals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
These
but
are
I caught an
these
asthma
aren't
attack in
like-
this, and I couldn't take the
these aren't
smell of the
bat
bats.
droppings.
Bat droppings.
You look
No,
down
not that
into the
droppings.
water.
Koi? No, what is it?
Poi?
It's like looking into glass, and the water is cold and clear.
You go in the water?
You can if you
Have
want
you
to.
done this?
No, I have. That's
Have
on
you
my
done it?
bucket list.
That's your bucket.
Have you ever been?
I have not been.
You're
but
gonna-
I've
you're
seen
gonna go.
pictures.
What's
Yeah.
one of your favorite places you've traveled to?
Orlando.
Hawaii. When I
Hawaii.
went to
Hawaii.
Kauai, the island.
How
of
many
Kauai.
islands did you do in Hawaii?
Just two, Maui and Kauai.
Gotta
We
do
just-
all of them.
No, we
Yes.
wanted downtime, but we did a lot of snorkeling and
Yeah, I did all
driving-
that too.
Yeah, we did.
I
so
have
many
never done
beautiful
snorkeling
things.
until I went to Hawaii. And when I saw
Yeah.
those fish coming at me,
were
I
you afraid?
panicked.
So did I, and I'm never afraid of the water. I'm not afraid of heights.
Wait a minute,
I
how
was
tall
like-
were you in the day? I think
What?
I ran into you in
Sorry,
Hawaii
what?
I have.
because there was a bunch of us that turned around. All these fish were coming at
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, it's a little freaky. Like the vastness of it and the amount of them.
Oh my
I got
God.
afraid again at the luau because there was there was
Hulk got
there was
scared of the
loose.
luau. It was the pig in the fire that
There
scared
was there was peacocks
Yes,
everywhere,
everywhere.
and they're not afraid of the humans, so they
No, you
were
have to
all
feed 'em.
coming at me at the same time, and it felt like the attack of the bird. Gorgeous
They're
birds,
beautiful, right?
gorgeous, but they were all coming at me, and I got like afraid.
Did
And
you
I'm
eat
not
the
afraid of
poi?
anything?
Did you have the poi
I don't remember.
in the luau? It was
Well,
horrible.
Teddy,
I
that'd
don't
be
even-
like you
that I don't
being in
remember.
front of
Tastes like plastic.
butterflies.
Yeah, probably. Same
Teddy's
reaction.
afraid of butterflies.
What?
You brought a butterfly in here.
We almost
This
lost
girl
our
ran out the
producer.
door.
Pretty much.
You know, I have an Athens story.
We should take you to
I got.
Butterfly World.
I-
We'll go meditate there together.
No, she'll freak out. But we're gonna do that. We're gonna put a camera on her and do that. I went to Athens and I met Dylan, John
Get
Dylan.
over it. I'll take
Is
you
that his
to
name? John
meditation.
Dylan, the singer. Dylan. What's the name of the singer? John Dylan, isn't it? Paul Dylan. What's the guy's name? The singer.
Dylan?
Bob
Bob Dylan.
I met him, and I didn't know who Bob Dylan was.
Oh my God.
And the guy gave me free tickets to go to this. I think I tell you this story. It was at the Marriott in
How could you
Athens.
not know who Bob
Take
Dylan
it
is?
easy, okay? Take it easy. I didn't know. And the guy says to me, he has 2 tickets. Again, me and Michelle. It was our honeymoon. And we're going to be front row. We were the only Americans, so we have front row. He bought us food. We were in the pool up. And I said to him, oh. So I leaned over and I said, I'm sorry, I don't know who he is. And this guy had a conniption. He says, you don't know who Bob Dylan is. And he takes the tickets away from me. He starts screaming obscenities at me. I says, no, I was only kidding. I don't know who he was. And then when I went to my room, I looked up his music, and my ex was so upset. What are you, stupid? I didn't know. But Athens is another great place.
There's
in
so
Greece.
many great places. Did you have
Yeah.
a favorite over the past 15 months of where you traveled?
Well, 50.
When you're 50% Irishman, I went to the Green Isle for the first time
Oh,
last
yes.
year. And we did 7 days touring around. So whether it was Limerick or actually,
That's Ireland, the Green Isle?
yeah,
A pub or two along the way?
it's been known to happen.
Did you take a cab?
No, we actually, from our other trips, had met friends. So we basically stopped friend's house for a couple days, friend's house for a couple days, which is, I think, the best advantage of traveling.
Yeah.
Is you
know,
start to.
You speak about that. I have people I know from the Museum of Uffizi in Italy, and they have the piazzas in Italy, which are huge, great, beautiful houses. And when you go with the Friends of Uffizi, you stay in their piazzas and you actually see the museum and the work that they do there. And that really is the way to do it if you're going to go and get to intermingle with the people.
Well, we got invited
I
to.
love watching her face. She goes in the closet,
Yeah.
and she comes out with a smile.
She's looking for the
She
bathroom.
goes in the closet. She gives me a
She
thumbs
screams.
up.
She
No, I think
screams.
that's where she's closing deals.
Oh, she's cleaning.
She's
Okay.
closing deals in the closet. She goes in, closes it, comes
If
out,
you
and I
need,
get a thumbs up.
if you need my car keys, let me know. Now it's funny because
Yeah.
I went to Ireland, and we took a cab from the airport. And the guy
From
says,
Shannon?
yeah, and the guy says, do not put your luggage in the trunk because
So
it
did you
doesn't,
put your
it
luggage in
doesn't,
the
it
trunk?
doesn't lock. No, it was inside the car, but it was me and two other guys. So we're on the highway with the luggage, and he pulls over. I says, okay, what's going on now? And he takes out a checkerboard and a big thing of Irish whiskey. And he sits on the side, and we sit down outside and say, what's going on? They closed the highway down. Now, this is in the day. There were two Irish brothers that were being released by Parliament. They're being, I don't know, they were rebels or something in the day.
The old IRA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were being excused or whatever the word was, and they were marching from whatever on the highway to this town. So we had to wait on the side of the highway.
I have an idea from what you just said.
What?
I want to take all of our new guy producers,
And go to the highway?
and I want to put them in Hector's car.
Heck, this car, okay.
And see how, and when they're going on a shoot, and we're going to do fast forward this, and Ryan, we can't put Ryan in the car because they might crush.
They crush
They
poor
may
Ryan.
crush Ryan if we put all these guys. We put them all in, and then you watch them all come out like the clowns in the circus. All come out of this car because we've got Hector, we've got Glenn, we've got Miguel, you've got Manuel. You have all these
You
guys.
got all the M's.
You got all these guys pile out of the car to go in a cafe shoot, and some have their pins, some have their vests, and they just go.
Then you got that from my story.
Yes.
And I'm talking about travel here.
And I'm thinking
And
about a shoot.
I've seen thousands of people walking by. This guy's drinking with drink. It
It's
was
just
a
a
big
half
ride.
step away from the Black Sands.
No, but I love it because I went to pubs with this guy. This guy didn't even charge us for the whole day. He took us everywhere. We just were drinking with the people was so different.
But really, Bob Dylan,
Bob Dylan, I didn't know he was.
You know one of the best things about working with
Happens.
Freddie is if you don't know anything, Freddie doesn't know it, and he's going to admit to it, so it makes you seem like you know it. If you just don't say anything.
But I'm gonna tell you the truth. I didn't know who he was,
I
and
didn't
then
either.
and I missed the concert. And I told the guy, "Listen, I'll pay. I think it was $200 a ticket to watch him. I'm so sorry. No, we don't want you here."
can you imagine what your life would have been if you accepted that offer to stay in Greece and run that place?
I know. I always thought about that.
You would have been Papa San.
I probably would have run for president of Hawaii. Is there a president of Hawaii?
No, this was in Greece, you
Hawaii.
said.
No, this was in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Oh, in Hawaii.
In Hawaii, in one of the
You're
islands.
part of the United States, hon.
I know, but they got a president everywhere.
Yeah,
Somebody's
we
running
have
Hawaii.
a president of the United States who's
Hey,
not really running our
Whoever's
country, but-
doing the air race, whoever's doing, don't say that. We're not a political show, but whoever has the air race going on in Hawaii, cut it out. Let me have that job.
Let's go to commercial break, 888-994-4995. When we come back, we got to talk what's going on with Felice, some more travel. We actually, I think we're getting ready for hurricane season as we're getting rolling out of it, it seems
We
like.
might as well talk a little bit about that too.
Are you ready?
Got one coming.
Stay tuned.
Is there? Oh Lord! All
We'll be
right.
right back.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Does your business MobiPop? A new way to grow your business. Using a simple keyword, drive customers right to you with just a click. Customers will receive your personalized digital business card within seconds, with all your contact information in one place, including a gallery of photos, videos, and clear call to action that drives sales. Promote your products and services, or share a hot new listing with custom event pages and RSVP form, boosting qualified leads. Special offers and promotions are directly sent to your potential customers' phones with text campaigns, increasing foot traffic and creating a loyal following. Let MobiPop drive your marketing campaign. Focus on your business. Let MobiPop focus on growing it.
The heart of Delray Art Gallery is an oasis of color, with extraordinary contemporary art, abstract painting, amazing sculptures, and fine photography. The art gallery hosts the best artists of Delray Beach, standing 11,000 feet with a courtyard and overflowing vibrance. It's an art gallery like no other. Brooklyn Cafe TV is collaborating with Freebie, sponsored by the CRA. It's an electronic golf cart that takes you anywhere you want to go for free. Experience all of the great deals they offer, including a free signature cup of Brooklyn Cafe coffee. So download Freebie, Freebee, available on the App Store and Android. So come on by for a peaceful ride to experience all that Freebie can offer you. Make sure to stop by the Brooklyn Cafe during filming hours to be part of our live show.
And we're back.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe on Travel Thursday. We've got Paul Badiata with us, our cruiseoptics.com planner. To call Paul, give him a call, 561-232-2626. Just say, I want to book my next vacation, and Paul will take care of all of the
Find me
details.
on Facebook.
And keep him out of retirement, because we need Paul with us to do what he does.
He's already
the
put
best.
the hat to retire. Where's your hat?
I told you it was my hat and my
Where's
pants
pants?
today. I'm getting old.
And he got to meet Felice today. I didn't realize that Paul had not met Felice Mink. And Freddie says, who's
No.
coming today? I said, Paul.
But I got my
Gale.
life coach here, and I should remind people.
I'm going to tell you
She's
something.
going to call me next week.
She actually, when I
terrific.
was sick, she's just one of the coaches I used, and she remembers when we went through that whole ordeal and
Yeah.
yada yada yada.
You were healing.
And I was healing. And I look at me now, baby. I'm ready to rock and roll, going on cruises.
Yeah, health and wellness coach doing
Felice
She's
is
phenomenal.
amazing. And I was thinking how I met you. You know, you never know how you meet people.
Yeah.
It was back in the day when I was working out a lot more. And I knew this woman, she's a dental hygienist, and she introduced me to Felice. I haven't seen Dolly in forever.
Really?
But I get to talk to you
Your
all
teeth
the
look
time.
good, though.
Oh, thank you. Well, I go to another hygienist.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I'm moving on.
never
She
know
was
how
my
you meet
hygienist,
people,
and
right?
she's like,
I
I
knew
have
her
this
from
friend
working out.
down, and she knew you
You
were
see
in
what
health and
happens
wellness
when
and
women
health
get
coach.
together?
Let's go over here.
I know,
You
I
want
don't
a beer? You
understand.
want a drink? Have some milk? We're good to
No,
go.
no, we're talking cruising.
We're talking, well, Felice
Not
has to get
hygienist.
out of here 1:30,
I know.
so I want to talk about health and wellness.
Well, we're going to talk about healthy cruising.
And breast cancer prevention, because we talked a little bit about that yesterday, and you met Tracy.
Oh, you did? Okay.
And you're putting a group of women together. For,
I
don't want to
am.
say awareness, even though it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It should always be about prevention, if you can. And you're putting some women together for thermography.
Yes. Well, the research that I've done, thermography is not only more effective, it will catch any imbalances a lot earlier than a mammogram. Also, it has less side effects. So like Dr. Christian Northrup talks about how a mammogram will actually kill more people than help them. So it was I'm due to go, and I just had a brainstorm. I talked to the woman that I use. I said, if I got a group of people together, would you offer a group discount? And then it's a way of bringing awareness. This is not even a part of my coaching. It's just something that I wanted to do. And so I passed out the word among my friends, my private groups, and then I just decided to post it on Facebook. And women are responding. People are understanding. I posted an article that happened to just pop up in my feed the same day, of course. And why not? And thermography is not just for the breasts; it's for your whole body. But you can do certain parts.
And it works on heat, right?
It works with
looks
heat.
at the heat in your body.
But wait a minute. This is a very...
And it's less invasive. There's less.
But this is
side
a tremendously
effects.
controversial point you're making. So you're saying mammograms can hurt you.
It's radiation.
Hurt you. It
can
actually
hurt you more than can help you.
Yeah, there's studies that show that it actually.
Now, how
hurt more
accurate
people.
is this new method, though?
And it's not that new. It's actually
not. They're just
that
not
new.
using
it just hasn't been conventional. It's really been more along the alternative route, I guess.
Is there
but
a
it's
reason
been
for
around
that?
for a while.
Is it based upon markers?
What I want to answer that is probably very controversial.
About money?
like big pharma. You know?
It's about money. It's
Yeah.
not controversial.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Aspirin is there, but then they
you know,
created 14 different versions.
Well,
of it.
insurance doesn't cover it, so it's a private pay product.
That's a private
which is
pay.
okay. I mean, it's not. Listen, in the
Right.
cost of disease, if you can prevent it and you can catch something early, the price point is still less than $200. So it's still very affordable.
Yeah.
What the hell does insurance cover nowadays anyway?
Well, pretty much.
Pretty
that's
much,
it.
it's almost nothing.
But it looks at your heat, right?
But,
It's
yeah.
We've had people on the show, and
I
looks
remember
at
it was here.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. I thought that was phenomenal.
Why don't you describe what it is?
So it's been like 2 years since I've done it, but basically it's like taking pictures.
Okay.
And it's heat related. And then she's an RN, the woman that I used, and then she runs all the films by a physician, and he reads it, and they write up a whole report, and then each person gets a report. So it's
We had
and
it
what's
here.
nice is that you know, especially when you're younger, you get a baseline. You do it, and then you compare always to that first time. So you see any changes, but it shows where there's inflammation, and especially if you feel there are other things going on in your body, it could pick up more than just things happening in the breast.
And it's not only for women, it's for
So-
men too.
It can be for men too.
Sure.
Yeah, of course.
And it's for anything.
So
It looks at inflammation. It looks at heat.
inflammation is where disease starts. So, and you know, for me, this is my passion in life. So, you know, I have my fingers in so many different things right now. I think I told you I partnered up with Adam Potash. It's a custom accountable weight loss solution, but it's not a diet, it's not pills or anything like that. It's really based on intermittent fasting, which is a way of not only getting in touch with your hunger, it's also getting in touch with how you use food for emotions. And what I'm seeing, the breakthroughs in the women, we're running a group now too, is that, yeah, they're losing weight, which is great. But to me, I always pushed away from doing weight loss things because of eating disorders that are out there, and I don't want the focus to be on weight loss, but that is the side effect, is losing weight. But what I'm seeing people, you know, we have a group chat and everybody's sharing their experiences and their challenges, and they're noticing, like, I wanted to eat, I wasn't even hungry. And then they're just kind of drinking water and being with their emotions, sharing with each other and moving through it. And then a couple weeks in, they're like, this is easy, not eating till noon. And it's just getting easier. People are
Well, let me ask you a
opening up.
question.
It's interesting.
Let me ask you a question, because I don't want to cut you loose because I do fasting as well. And I was told as a diabetic you're not supposed to do it.
And we have diabetics on the program.
Okay.
And there
But-
are ways to work around it where you
Yes.
don't necessarily do the 8-16.
Exactly.
You have
And also, there has to be an influx of water when you're doing fasting for a diabetic. I'm not talking about if
Everyone
you're a
has
regular.
to have an influx of water.
But a diabetic needs to have it because you need to keep things moving, because part of the problem for a diabetic is circulation.
Yep.
And I learned that from you and some of the other coaches that we had. And you have to keep the circulation going, otherwise you're going to run into different problems and you don't want to have that. So being on a fasting program, also you have to balance at the end when you're going to eat something that it has to colingle? It's got to work together.
Coalesce.
Work together with.
certain foods
Combine.
work better together than others.
That's true, and that's a different focus. Food combining, we don't really do that in this program.
But when you're fasting, it explodes
is-
it to no end because your body's going to absorb what you're about to eat.
Yeah, well, there are some basic guidelines. We eat more at the first meal, which is breaking the fast, which is usually lunchtime, and then you eat less at the dinner time thing, which is usually between 6 and 7. So the lunchtime, you're going to have like a carb with your meal, whereas at dinner you won't.
Right.
You get a snack in between. And what I noticed even when I was doing my own coaching, even with both, basically what I see all the time is people don't eat enough, and it's the people that have the most extra weight on their body are not eating enough. So you have to keep maintaining your metabolism. And to your point about drinking water and working with your circulation and your digestion, the whole part of the point of fasting is that if you're taking periods of time where you're not eating, your body gets to work on all the other things that are going on, right? Like if you're eating all the time, you're constantly working your digestion, which might take away energy from your circulation, from anything else, muscle building or
What about
releasing.
sleep as part of your program? Because sleep
So
is
important.
imperative.
You can't do any of this without
Because your
enough
body
sleep.
I made to think about it.
You have to have
recovery. Your body needs sleep to recover, to repair the organs,
Yes.
to do what it needs to do.
It's true.
Do you sleep well?
Most of the time I do. Around the full moon, I typically don't.
I was talking to Felice I've been talking to Felice a lot this week, and I
Yeah.
said, we just had the harvest moon.
Yeah.
And she said, well, that's exactly why everything is doing what it is doing this week. It's because it is the end of a lot of things.
It's a completion.
Yeah.
Like it brings light to everything, right? The full moon is the most light, so it brings light to things that might have been in your
Subconscious?
your subconscious, yeah, or your blind spot, let's say, or if you're going through something, it's the end of it.
I'm
Usually
always
it's the
going through
completion.
something.
We all are.
And I looked out the
Because the
window
full
on this
moon's every
harvest
month.
moon. I didn't see no corn. I didn't see nothing.
Well, you
Did it
think
was
about
orange?
the full moon is every month, right? So you come to the full moon, then it goes to, and it gets smaller and smaller until
moon
it's
gets
the
smaller?
new moon. Well, you see less of it, right?
Oh, yes, it
So
was orange. by
You
the way.
can end something with a full moon, make it complete.
I've never been
And you-
into all of that. I see
you
a lot
don't
of
have to.
crazies around me when the moon is out. They go nuts.
But
People
I
are
gotta tell you
crazy.
more and more. If I knew then what I know now about me and all of these things, it would make a whole lot more
Can
sense.
you
than what I
imagine
know
you're
now.
on a ship
and seeing
the full moon and harvest? You'll probably jump off and go swimming to the next island or
You
something.
see the dolphins.
Dolphins?
Sure.
In the middle of the Atlantic at night? You
Oh.
can see dolphins?
Yeah.
Really?
I've seen them here in Delray.
Oh, I seen them here.
Sunrise.
I swam with them in Tampa.
Nice.
And they weren't very nice, I'm going to tell you.
You swim with the
Dolphins-
dolphins. And what else are you doing? You're doing life coaching, health coaching?
Well, I'm doing the health coaching, so I do it with Adam. I'm also doing private Reiki sessions these days, and so that's where I either go to your house or I have a space in Boca. And I'm teaching at Casa Mana Bliss, so I'm teaching my Reiki guided meditation with crystals. So of course I use my crystals, and it's really nice. It starts off as a sharing group, and we do some crystal education, and I take them into a meditation, and I do Reiki on them, which is a Japanese healing modality. And then at the end, we share again. So doing that, I'm making my protein bites. My protein balls is what I normally call them
I remember your
for
balls.
holiday season.
I remember eating your balls.
So I'm actually selling them this year. I've had
Good
so
for
many
you.
people ask me to sell them, so that's going to be happening
Delicious.
in November. And we also have a group coaching program with Adam. So we do the one-on-one coaching for people who really want to delve in deep. Some people work better in a group, like what I was saying with group support. So we're starting our next group November 14th. So
When
it's
and where?
really exciting. In Boca, Thursday nights at 6:30.
And we're in Boca.
On 2nd Avenue at Adam Podash Approach.
Now, you know that they have
Yeah.
the crystal mats. Have you seen them?
I haven't seen crystal mats.
It's a mat, and they crush crystals into it somehow, and it rolls up and rolls out, and then you lay on it.
Oh, I love that.
Are you for real?
I know a person that crushed crystals into the paint, and they paint their walls that
Yeah.
way.
Tracy did that, right? Or Tracy?
Tracy.
No,
energized
Tracy
her
didn't
paint.
do. She might have, but
She might have,
It was
but this-
another friend of mine.
This crystal mat
But-
thing, keep it on the down
You'll have to
low.
send me a link to that
No,
one.
I just made it up.
Oh, okay. I like
But
it.
I think you tell me what
Well,
crystals.
I put crystals on my mat, and what's really fun, and I used to always do it for myself. Crystals in my pockets, in my purse, on my yoga mat for years. And I started sharing it in my classes last year. And people are getting so much joy out of picking their crystal. It allows their inner child to come out. They pick the color, whatever. And then when I tell them the meaning after, they're like, oh, it's so perfect. And what I love about it is I like teaching people how to trust their intuition, even if you don't have to be woo-woo and believe in
Right.
the moon and all the other things. But know that you can trust yourself. And that goes into everything, with food, with relationships, with making big decisions. So you pick these things, and there's no proof except that you picked it, and then I read you what it
You should have
stands
been
for.
here yesterday when we talked about the great love debate. And Brian
sounds
talked
good.
about how if you're not in a relationship, it's on you. It's not that you haven't found the right person. It's you haven't shown up as the right person for those that you have found or not found. Which I went,
Yeah.
wow.
You're the
he was
creator of your life.
very deep.
He was, right?
But Brian
Yeah,
is-
I would like that
Great show.
conversation.
Yeah, but Brian is lucky. I wish, Brian, if you're watching, call us and let us know what happened yesterday at the
I
Black Box.
texted him, I haven't heard back from him, but yeah.
But he's lucky because he gets away with it. If he says the wrong thing, it's the show. If he says the right thing, it's him. He don't lose.
You attract the people by the energy that you put out.
Yes.
So-
Like attracts like. It's not opposites attract. You might
geez.
for a
How
little
did I meet
while,
you?
but that's not how it stays.
I have no idea.
How the heck did I meet you?
You've lost your mind.
Like attracts like.
You know, sometimes that's why stones have their own energy.
Amethyst.
They all have their own
And it's funny
energy.
because remember when we were in school, I don't know if you did this, and you had to take an egg home and you had to be a parent to the egg?
Yeah.
I hard-boiled mine.
Of course you did.
I
You
said,
would.
Gio and Freddie.
and I brought it
there
home,
is.
and I brought it back, and it says, this egg is hard-boiled. I says, there you have it. That's the way I parent. But on stones, they actually will bring, depending on what's going on, will bring out the better you.
Yes.
And what people don't understand is that the reason God created stones was a message that the better view always lies at your feet. So this mad idea that we should talk about it. Well, crushed stones on there. You tell me which ones get crushed, which ones go on there. You put it on there. You can
Energy
do your thing.
match.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's the
but you know, you talking about food, I've often wondered why is it when you go for your annual physical, the first question that is not asked is, what do you eat?
Well, the thing is, doctors have their place and we need them.
Of
But they
course.
have very little nutrition education. They have, I think it's either like maybe
Like a
a
semester
couple of
they get. Yeah,
classes.
that's
I
it.
I
couple
forget
of
exactly
classes.
what it is, but so a lot of them are hiring people like me,
Yes.
health coaches, in their office to assist with that because that's not where their education was. There are some doctors that are going more into functional medicine and they're going back and learning more because it is. I mean, Hippocrates said, right? Let food be thy medicine,
what
let
you eat.
medicine be thy food.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
doctor says to me,
it's
what
really
don't
important.
you eat?
But it's also how you eat because you can eat all the broccoli, spinach, and steamed chicken and be miserable, hold on to resentment, and be worried all the time, and you
Yeah.
could still be really sick.
Hey, if you eat
So-
100 pounds of broccoli, you're going to weigh 100 pounds more. I mean, think about it. If you ingest, because
Well, a
portion-
calorie is not just a calorie, but
But if you
you're
eat
miserable, like you're not going to be any healthier than the person who's really happy and smoking cigarettes and eating cheeseburgers. Like that person might even be healthier than you.
In
if you're eating all
paradise.
the- you know what I'm saying?
My father
Like,
told me once.
it's a balance.
My father told me once, a 6-ounce banana turns to 6 pounds because you add the rest of the weight in stress.
Yeah.
Stress will add more weight to your food. I don't care what you eat.
You know what
But
else
you're
is
right.
a big part of it?
You're right.
If we have time to talk about it real quickly, is when you're in a relationship, the enabling part of the food. Because who's ever doing the food cooking preparation
Or lack of.
or lack thereof, that's enabling conversation. So say you or you're not eating and your partner goes, oh, but you're not eating, have this. And they make you something really crappy. Or they open up a can of soup. And it's this enable behavior, or they're just
Well, a lot of times,
perpetuating what
like
it
the
is.
women in my group
'Cause
right
they
now,
think food is love, but it's
also,
not always.
No, and also people get afraid to see the people closest to them change because then they're unfamiliar and they're afraid. So a lot of them got pushback, like, "Oh, you're never gonna stick to this. You never stuck to anything else before." And they say you're the sum of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. So if you look around at the 5 people you surround yourself with, if they're all obese, there's a a high chance that you're going to also be obese.
And what about the
So-
caregiver? And caregiver is a big part of, Paul, what you used to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you're constantly giving the food, and you're the caregiver. And then suddenly their dietary needs change. Do you shift? Does it change who you are? Because what if, say, Felice comes into Adam, and they're going to change the whole food portion of it?
Yep.
Now, your need, right, or what you thought your purpose was, is now taken away. There's
Your
it
life
changes the whole-
purpose?
Sometimes a caregiver feels their purpose is now to take care of their loved one.
Well, then there...
And it changes the dynamics of a situation.
Of the caregiver.
Well, the challenge of a caregiver is to also keep filling their own cup.
Well, that's the
and
hardest
that's what we
part.
see with, I see that with moms especially. Moms are constantly like want to be the best mom and give and give and give, which is wonderful. But the best moms also set the example by saying mommy needs quiet time, mommy needs whatever mommy needs, because then you're teaching the kids not by what you say, by what you, instead by what you do. And if they see, oh, you're not running off and abandoning your children, but if you're taking time to fill up your cup with whatever it is that makes you happy, then you're showing them that's what you do, so that when your daughter gets into a relationship, she's not overgiving and attracting a selfish narcissist or something like that.
At the end of the day,
So-
you have to love you. You have to take care of you, right? Put the oxygen mask on you first,
Yes.
and then you're able to give to
Amen.
others.
The
Mic drop.
the bottom line is
Mic drop.
at the beginning of anything you get into, and if you're in the middle of a relationship, whatever, never settle to be the same. That way, when you try different things and you go out and you have a good time doing things, listen, life is about living, and then it comes to dying. And those that you have to take care of is one thing. It was with my father, and my father always said to me, I don't want you to be sad. I want you to live your life. I lived mine. He says, and he used to tell me, I'm 88. You get to 88, Freddie, you can tell me how to live. He was right.
Yeah.
So you should have fun. You want to try different foods.
Travel.
You should travel. You want to try broccoli. I know that it sounds yucky. Try it.
It's your favorite, I think.
It's the best.
Fun
But
is necessary. It's not
but
a
you have
thing
to have
that you
fun.
can do. It is necessary. It is a component of living a healthy, balanced life.
That's right. And you want to ingest stuff that's going to be complementary to your size, your weight, your anxiety.
Yes.
If you're smoking cigarettes, anything foreign to your body, including booze, yes, and I know that I drink, anything come to your body is going to have an effect. And you have to be a realist about
so
that.
many things. Stress, it affects what you eat. It affects the amount, how you absorb it. All these things in life, and Felice can help you do that. She can help you navigate these waters of change, help you make the changes that you want to make, and they're life changes. They're not diets.
Nope.
They're not short fixes. These are lifestyle changes for you and your family, because your family will change because what you're giving from yourself out will change that as well. How
Yep.
do they reach you?
You can reach me at By Felice Wellness on Facebook or just Felice Minkin. That's probably the best way.
Felice Minkin on
Yeah.
Facebook. You can always give us a call or write in, and we'll connect you.
And I'm living proof that it works, just
But
to tell you.
Felice was one of the many coaches that helped Freddie
Yep.
get
Not
to
enough.
this point. You need more.
I dropped a lot of weight.
Yes, you did.
I dropped a lot of weight following some orders, and I changed my life. I decided I didn't want to die
Decided
yet.
to live.
You made a decision. That was it. That's all that's required.
Well,
a decision.
I see you will
That's
do
it.
that to you.
Yeah, but you decided to live
You decided to
and to
live.
fight.
Well, you know what? I got so sad watching everybody say, you're going to die. I couldn't take it anymore. I says, I might as well hang around for a little
Yep.
while.
I'm glad you decided to hang around.
Yeah.
We got a lot to do.
You remind us to have fun.
Paul taught me that trick.
We're going to go to commercial break, 888-994-4995, Felice Minkin, or By Felice Wellness. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Yes.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Hi, my name is Leslie Carmen, and I'm the founder from Carmen Care Laser here in Boca Raton. We've done so many treatments. We've treated people with severe back pain, knee pain. If your pain has been there for so many years, often we just have a tendency to just believe that we're not going to get better.
I had a bad injury with my knee, my left knee, and it is amazing after just 3 treatments. And even after the first treatment, I could tell a huge difference.
We'd love to invite you to come see us and be a part of that. Thank you.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
You have a business you want to share, ideas you want to be heard, and events you want to be known, then amp them up on Amp It Up, our new online radio station. We want your voice to be heard, so spread the word on Amp It Up. Contact us at 866-224-5422 for more information. Let's amp it up.
And we're back.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. I love Felice. I really love our community of people that
That's
we
a
work
throwback.
with.
I didn't even know she was coming.
I've been talking to Felice, and sometimes there's people and friends that you don't talk to for a long time, but when you reconnect, you just pick right back up and you forget how long it's been. And Felice and so many of the people we work with are so much like that
I know.
the community that we have become a part of.
And I owe
It's
Felice.
so incredible.
I owe Felice a big thank you for helping
just
me.
sitting next to her, the
feel
energy,
it.
you could feel the energy that she emits just by being. She's a great lady.
I had about 20 coaches that come forward. If I were to bring them all in one room, I'd take the roof off this place.
That would be a cool show.
I try to do it, but they have so many schedules going on. Now, Paul, people are talking about Harmony of the Sea. Troy, I know that you were on it. It has a New York City skyline. It has a Central Park.
Yeah.
It has all of it. You're going to be where?
I'm going to be on the sister ship of the Harmony. It's the one that just is coming out of rehab called the Oasis of the Sea. It's of the same size as Harmony. And there's 14 decks of cabins, and then there's 2 decks above that have a lot of the water activities and the shows that are there. And it's segregated so that if you're in the back of the ship, you can either be facing the boardwalk, which is like, Coney Island. They have a carousel that's on there and all of the water activities. Or if you are facing the other way, then you can be looking at the ocean. If you move forward to the ship, then you could have a balcony that overlooks the ocean or Central Park.
That's what he's talking about, Central Park.
And that's where I'm staying. I love Central Park. It's so
I think
cool.
I would freak out.
When are you leaving?
In January.
And where's it going?
It's going, this ship is, I think it's the Western Caribbean. I don't even know where it's, I think it's the Western
Who
Caribbean.
cares?
Do you even get off the ship?
I don't
He's
even
in
get
Central
off.
Park. What the hell would you want to get off this ship?
But they're all live plants. I mean, they're regular trees. They have grass there, and it's on Central Park that they have all of the specialty restaurants. So you walk in, there's a wine bar, and then there's the Italian restaurant, and then there's a 150 Central Park, which is like a New York style steakhouse. They have Asian fusion restaurant, which is like hibachi or it could be sushi.
You can
They
eat
have
there at a different place every night.
Yeah, and the one that I'm looking forward to now is on the Oasis. They have a real honest-to-goodness barbecue place. Where
Really?
they have smokers, and they're cooking all of that good old Tex-Mex barbecue food.
We saw that smoker yesterday.
Yeah.
At one of the restaurants driving down Federal Highway. We should call them.
We should. That's
Troy's.
Troy's.
It's called Troy's Barbecue.
It's brand new. And the guy was doing the roof, and the guy was cooking
Ted,
the
have you ever
barbecue in
been
the
there?
parking
It's
lot.
in East Boca, not too far from
I
the
have
radio
been there,
station.
but it wasn't called Troy's.
I've been there with something else. It was
I
called
ate-
PA Barbecue, I think, at the time.
I ate there a couple of times.
But
Fred,
you know,
can you imagine merging travel with health? And the next hospital basically would be based on one of these refurbished cruise ships.
Great idea.
A hospital costs you on average about $1,000 a day. Can you imagine what kind of cruise you could go on, Paul, for $1,000 a day?
well, let me actually tell you what they are doing. If you go into an assisted living facility, and they are not providing medical services, they're providing food, they're providing recreation, they're providing aids for helping to get dressed and things like that, you're going to spend $6,000 to $7,000 a month to stay at a good one.
Well, we would spend that, but there are facilities here in the state of Florida because my significant other is the activities director at one of these down in Broward Counties. Medicaid, and that's not Medicare, but Medicaid provides $1,100 a month, and that's what some people have to survive on in those facilities.
Not this, but
Right, exactly.
there are people that are opting instead to stay year-round on a cruise ship.
It's cheaper.
I would. Are you kidding?
And you're
Absolutely.
eating the best of food. Every week you're getting new people to meet. There's activities, there's mental stimulation, there's physical activities, there is the excitement of different ports, and they're finding that people are enjoying themselves better and they're living longer.
Change of life.
Yeah, it
Less
is.
stress. You don't have to cook. You don't have to clean.
And you're in an
It's
amusement park for the rest of your life.
And there's a doctor and a hospital on board.
And
So-
you're simplifying your life.
So do they have a particular vessel that you can live on forever, or do they
Any
alter
of the
that?
cruise ships.
You can make a life pack and live on it forever.
You'll be-
Yeah, they offer world cruises. You pick up the catalogs and look at the world cruise,
well, the world cruise would be a trip.
circumventing the entire the globe.
But let's say I
He's
wanted
talking
to
about
stay
permanent.
on the Equinox for the rest
Forever.
of my life. I could book a room on the Equinox, and they would give you a year price on it, and then maybe the following year I want to be stationed
different
out
ports.
of Australia, and then whatever the ship is over there, so you would be able to make the move. But think of the life.
What would something like that cost?
Well, compare it to an assisted living at $6,000 a month. You could do the same on a cruise ship for less and get so much more. Remember, you're not buying food, you're not going for entertainment, you're so many things that
Healthcare excluded.
you're not paying a car, you're not paying insurance, you don't have to buy homeowners or renters insurance. It's all on the ship. It's all provided for you, and there's a doctor on call 24/7.
And you know how many places you can go in a year? You're going to different places. Are you going to stay on the same ship, go to the same land, or are you going to change
Or go
ships?
different ships. You can do what you want to do.
That's just
You can
crazy.
ship hop.
There was a guy they showed on the news that did this. This is a couple of years ago, and he actually lives on the ship.
Right.
And he went all over the world. He used to change ships and everything. He says it's cheaper to do it this way. It's like a wedding on a ship. It's cheaper than on land.
I've priced out venues here in town for a wedding versus going to a place like Sandals and bringing the people there. It is so much better and so much cheaper. And the difference between going to a place like Beaches with less people versus doing a local venue and having it there, it's enough to put a deposit on a house.
And that's what you
That's
should
remarkable.
be thinking, because when you get married and you give all your money to the wedding,
It's gone in 6 hours.
then when you say, okay, now that the party's over, what we're going to live?
It's a change of perspective, absolutely.
Yeah,
What
and-
other deals do you have going?
Well, I mentioned Sandals before, and there are many people that really want to have a laid-back vacation. And Beaches is so great for families. Beaches has a lot of the Sesame Street characters that are there. So they have, breakfast with the characters. They're running around the property. And everything at Beaches is paid. all of the food, all of the alcohol. They give you lessons so that you can use all of the activities. They have a spa. They have a kids camp where the kids can be with friends and do things that kids would enjoy, have dinner with mom and dad. And there's also the opportunity, because they're in the English-speaking Caribbean, you can go to see some of the sites that are in Jamaica or in Barbados or in St. Lucia, and see a different culture and see how the children
from
live.
there you can go to these different places?
All of, yes.
Is it that close that you can do it? I guess.
Well, you're on an island, so yeah, you
take
can
a
go.
seaplane or something.
No, you would. Let me back off. You're going to choose a location.
Oh, you're going to go to different places.
You're going to go to different places in Jamaica.
I wasn't leaving San.
But in St. Lucia, there's 2 resorts. You go.
Okay.
You can go to both of them.
I want to do a show with the characters from Sesame Street. How cool would it be to
Have
sit
you done
next
that
to
at
Elmo?
Disney?
I want to do a show with Disney too, but I'm looking at, we're talking sandals and
No,
Sesame
but I'm just
Street.
saying, it's the same thing.
She wants to have a Caribbean Sesame Street mod.
I want to do a show with the characters from Sesame Street. I want to talk to Elmo, like right next to you, Paul. When Elmo is sitting
Big
here.
Bird,
and we
Big
can-
Bird,
Big Bird.
Big Bird.
Big
Okay,
Bird.
Snuffleupagus.
Yeah, he sits over there.
He used to be my favorite because he was so insecure that everyone could relate to Snuffleupagus, right? The bullying and everything.
Let's get in touch
Can
with
we do
Disney,
that?
see if
Can we
they
get in
send them
touch with
down.
Sesame Street and do that?
You never know. But, let's talk about teaching kids how to swim.
There you go.
Let's teach the family, the older kids, how to snorkel. You can get certified as a diver, never having gone in as a diver before, get certified on the vacation. That would be more mom and dad than the kids.
But hold on,
That's recreational, 20, 40 feet, right?
But I wanted to do this. If I get certified, can I bring that to the States and say, look, I'm certified or
Yes.
no? Really?
Sure.
Yes.
Only 40 feet? What happens after 41 feet?
You need more intensive training, that's
Right.
all.
How deep are you going to go?
Me, 5 feet.
It's recreation.
I was going to say.
I'm gonna put my head under the water.
Still above the water, so I'm good at about.
I'm terrified of the
foot.
water.
But they also have at beaches and sandals, they have snuba, which is a combination of the two, where you're putting a helmet on, like a space helmet, and it's tethered to the ship, maybe about 100 feet, maybe a little bit more, and it's oxygen being pumped in, so you're just breathing normally, and you're seeing a new world. You're living among the fishes.
No, you just never mind. I cannot do that.
You're
So many fears.
No, I can't be underneath the ocean and then I see this huge, humongous ship up on top of me and I see Snorkel the whale coming at me. I ain't doing it.
You
Just
see the
not
great
doing it.
white saying,
No. I
has
can't.
the
That's a little
napkin
bit.
on, a knife and a fork.
That's a little bit too much natural.
I worry about the breathing thing.
No, the breathing you're gonna breathe. You're probably gonna suck so much air when you see these things all around. You got jellyfish down there, there are turtles down there, and they're all curious because they see you.
Beautiful. Imagine seeing a coral reef. How beautiful that would
You
be.
can go to an aquarium and walk through and see all
Wait a
that.
minute, go one better. When you go on these snorkel trips, they give you a bag of like bread or chicken, and you actually put out the food.
Have you done that?
Oh yeah, and the fish come up and they feed around you. They're not, we're
Are you
not
wearing
talking about-
gloves?
No, you're just in there.
There's a finger. You'll be 4-finger Charlie. No, wait, but thank you.
You let the fish,
No.
come and they're all around you and they're feeding around you, and it's
How are you going to feed that walrus?
No. I was gonna
Gently.
I was gonna take
Let me feed the
I was gonna
walrus.
take her hand and say,
I am
here,
the walrus.
here's the
Isn't that the
fish.
song?
Here's the fish.
Is that a Beatles song?
Yeah.
I'm
I
the
am the walrus.
And you're talking about top shelf alcohol for mom and dad at night.
You're gonna need a lot of it with the bread given to the fish that you lose the finger.
They'll lose the finger, but you could still, mix the cocktail.
Hey Teddy, would you do that? Would you feed fish
Oh,
underneath
Teddy
the
would,
ocean?
definitely. Yes, you would.
No, she's afraid of butterflies.
No, she's
Have you ever
not.
fed the rhinoceros at the zoo?
This is Axe Girl. She wouldn't do that. Come on.
I fed a manatee. I like big animals.
She likes big animals. This is the girl that walks around with a few pocket knives and a bow and arrow
Just
and an
stab,
axe.
just stab the walrus.
Yeah, and we're thinking, and she won't feed the fish? No.
You've
or
heard-
the butterflies.
have you heard
Who
of-
are you, by the way?
Have you heard of nurse sharks?
Yes.
What?
Nurse sharks.
Yes.
You have?
They will come and they'll swim up around you. They're not going to attack you.
Like
they
the
love,
sand sharks.
Yeah, they come and they're as curious about you as you are of them.
Too curious because there's a fish that eats that fish, and he's a whole lot bigger.
Not coming. Not common.
I don't know. You can never tell. You ever seen Jaws? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8?
Yeah, but if you live in Kansas, you don't have to worry about the sharks.
You're not in Kansas
All I'm
anymore.
saying is that those big fish, that's their territory. They don't come in my bedroom. I don't want to go in there.
We have other deals?
We have other deals. So we talked about beaches. They're writing up to
Look at Big
$335
Yeah.
in spending money and up to 65% off rooms at the beaches, resorts. Beaches are in either Jamaica or they're in Turk and Caicos Islands. And it's a family resort or for singles or for couples, and it's beautiful.
You got a butler out there?
Sorry?
Can you get a butler?
They have butlers there too, absolutely. If you're-
That's the latest and the greatest.
How much is a beach's vacation typically?
For a family of 4, you're probably going to spend about $5,000 for a week.
That's not bad. Now, do they have the tents on the beach?
Tents?
Yeah, it's like this
Yeah,
big,
the little cabanas.
like a cabana.
Yes, of course.
They have that?
Yes.
And it has a little fan with a little mist in there?
I don't know about the misting, but they have fans.
I'm trying as much
Yeah.
to get as much as I can out of this cabana.
That was Las Vegas. That's where the misters were.
Is there? You know, what's
Okay.
in
Oh,
Vegas?
sure. Have to.
They had
So-
that by the pool.
If I may, Ocho Rios Beaches, luxury level, starting from $216 per person per night.
That's cheap.
So you're looking at $500 a couple per night. Kids will be there. They don't charge for the kids. And you have a great experience. And it doesn't have to be a week. You can go for 4 nights or 3 nights. It's an opportunity to be in a new environment with your children, explore new things, get an opportunity to unwind. We all know how busy life is.
Yeah.
And go one further. Bring grandma and grandpa
Jeez, Louise, everybody's coming.
and make it an experience that everyone will be able to remember
Here's the
this
funny
experience.
You're gonna
You
take
are
your
now-
mother?
You are now grandpa, though.
Yeah, so.
That's the funny
I'm
thing.
not taking
Grandpa gets to pay.
No.
You get to pay.
No.
Gio, Freddy, the boys.
Are you taking your mom and dad on this trip?
No.
Why? You the dad. You got to take them. Yes, Mom.
We've
I'll
gone
make sure
many
she takes you.
vacations with my parents, yes.
Have you? But not
She'd
recently.
rather go with you, though, I have to tell you.
I'm gonna tell you.
I thought
My
you'd go
mother
with
would
me.
rather travel with the two of you than me. Is
We
what
should
I'm
take.
thinking.
We're gonna take her mom, and we're gonna stand at 2 opposite ends of the rooms and go like
Yeah,
this.
my mother would definitely
Who
travel.
are you gonna
with
come
Paul
to?
and Freddie.
She'll go to Paul.
She'll go to Paul.
Yeah.
Mom, there's the question.
Okay, and Cruise Planners is also have created a partnership with Princess Cruises. We talked a little about this last week when I was here. That's the Love Boat, Captain Stubing.
Captain Stubing, Isaac
Right?
Washington,
Julie.
Julie,
Julie.
Yeah, and what's the bartender's name?
Isaac.
Isaac the
And
bartender.
Doc.
Isaac Curtis
Doc.
and Doc. And
So up to $900 in onboard savings coupons and deposits as low as $50. And if you book between now and November 15th, you'll get prepaid gratuities, a room upgrade, and up to $600 of onboard credit.
This is for the Princess Cruise Line.
Princess Cruise Line, either in the Caribbean or Alaska or Scandinavia, Canada, New England.
Scandinavia is on the Europe side,
That's
isn't
in
it?
Europe,
Yes.
right.
How long does it take to go by ship to?
You won't go by ship.
No, you'll fly.
You'll
You'll
fly
fly.
over?
You'll fly, and you'll get
They
the
don't
ship.
do the Queen Elizabeth. No.
They
the,
actually have a
Chris-
repositioning cruise where the ship will leave Port Everglades and they're going to be going to Barcelona. And it may be an 11 or a 12-day cruise. You're not going to stop in between, but you'll have all of the activities on the ship. Have you ever done that?
I have not, but a lot of my friends have. Yeah.
It's a
12
great time.
days.
Yeah.
I always thought the Canadian New England cruise would be fun also because the change of seasons, I think it would be beautiful to stop and just see everything along the way, get on, get off.
And you know that the planet is burning up, but I heard that it was like 4 degrees up in Minnesota. I'm just saying.
But let me give you the numbers. You talked about that. This is Princess Cruises from Quebec to New York. And
It'd be beautiful.
It would be
absolutely
beautiful,
beautiful. Let's see. Ocean view from $2,000 per person.
To Quebec. Now Quebec is way north, isn't it?
No, it's just
Canada.
above the Great Lakes.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, how come I keep thinking everything's up north? Is it Vancouver? One of those places is way north.
I think you're thinking too much of that when you be back in Brooklyn.
Oh.
That New York City map and the rest of the world.
Yeah.
You know, there was just
Everything is-
We'll be back in Brooklyn. Let's go to commercial break. 888-994-4995. When we come back, we got more travel, more things going on. Paul?
We do.
And we've got, are you ready? Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Leslie Carmen, and I'm the founder from Carmen Care Laser here in Boca Raton. We've done so many treatments. We've treated people with severe back pain, knee pain. If your pain has been there for so many years, often we just have a tendency to just believe that we're not going to get better.
I had a bad injury with my knee, my left knee. And it is amazing after just 3 treatments. And even after the first treatment, I could tell a huge difference.
We'd love to invite you to come see us and be a part of that. Thank you.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Wapa Island. Wapa.
What's up, Hector?
Hector, you know what a Wapa is?
What?
Turn around, look at your shirt.
That's not the thing that's you're talking
It says Wapa.
I know it says.
What's a Wapa? Is that what Burger King makes hamburgers?
In New York in the day.
What a bone.
In New York in the day.
A Wapa?
We used to have a saying.
Yeah.
And we used to always say Wapa, which was like, whoa, you on fire, you on point, you Wapa, you the joint. Remember you the joint? Remember that either?
Not my neighborhood.
Wapa.
Wapa. Look
What's
it up.
your shirt say, Hector? Does it say Wapa?
Wapa Island.
Wapa Island.
That's a throwback to woo. But we used to call it, this place is the joint. It's the joint.
The joint.
And then they stopped doing that because they came out with marijuana. And they went to Wapa. Wapa Island, baby.
You're like a whole nother generation from me. I don't know, and you're not even that much older than me. You're
I
like a
am
whole
ancient.
nother life
I am an
than
ancient
me.
fossil.
You're really not.
I was in Crete. I tell you the story.
I think they like
Short
came,
little
I think
lady.
the aliens came, they
Short little
abducted
lady.
Freddie and they took you away.
Short little lady like you, she says, we got to go in there. And I says, I don't fit in there. She said, I got to bend over. So I had to bend
They all
over.
bend over,
So I go in these caves in Crete. And I could swear to God my face was on the wall.
Oh man, I just don't know where you come from.
Only in America.
We got Bill Dirk with us. Get ready.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Is back.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Yeah, well, they haven't gone away. It was just that I took
You
a
went
year
away.
off.
Generator power. These are really cool.
Now, do these generators, can they be hooked into your electrical panel in your house?
You need a electrician to come in and put a transfer switch.
But they can do it.
But basically, you could do that.
Okay.
And typically, when you're going to do that, you're going to put, like a third of your house on that alternative system. You're going to go to essential lights, bathroom,
Refrigerator.
bedroom, refrigerator, kitchen, sort of thing. But the nice thing about this is they're portable. It isn't a 2,000-pound unit that's outside and
With
alerting
gasoline in it.
with gasoline in it. You don't even need the solar panels to make it work.
There's a battery?
It has its own lithium battery in there, and it can basically, depending upon what you're plugging into it, last 2, 3, 4 days without seeing the sun and getting recharged.
How heavy is it to carry?
Actually, both of those units have their own built-in luggage carriers.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like they're suitcases.
Yes.
It's all compact.
I love that.
So no, one is 40 pounds, the other is like 60 pounds.
Now let me ask you, they don't rent these, do they?
Well, that maybe is the business you and I should talk about after the show.
Yeah, because it's funny. You talk about, we did a show a couple of weeks ago, and Teddy was there, and Dylan was there, and Ryan was there at a baseball field. And there's a lot of challenges doing an outside gig remotely. It's not an easy deal, including your cameras overheating. Yes, and power becomes an issue because you got to run power to a mainstay, not to mention routers and stuff like that. This becomes a solution if they're rentable. That you go on remote locations that don't have power. This removes the problem.
He was just saying that you could run your entire studio off one of those units.
Yeah.
So if you're on a cruise in the middle of nowhere and you're up in the penthouse suite, you can actually.
But you know what's so great about this is you don't have to run out and get gas. You don't need to fill it. You don't need the smell. You don't have to worry about any of that. And you can have an electrician wire this if you want to into your home, or just bring it. You can actually bring this into your home.
Oh, you can put it by your bed. Right now, it sounds about as loud as the CPU unit sitting on the desk behind you.
Really? Now, this is recharging the batteries on the portable unit? Is that what it's doing? Is that the way it works?
Well, you've got 3 different ways to charge this unit up. If there's power and the storm is coming and you check your unit and said, oh my gosh, it's only got 70% capacity in this battery, what am I going to do? You can plug it into your wall while you have power, charge it up, and it's ready to go.
Right.
The storm comes through, it's drained down. You pull out the portable panels. They're not fixed to your roof. You put it out. So you're in a high rise. You can't have a gas generator in a high rise.
You can't.
Put your little paneled solar array out there, 10, 20-foot cord. You plug it into the generator.
How long does it take to use sun power to recharge your generator?
Depends how many panels you get and what generator. We try and make it so that the little one, the yellow one, the 2,000 watt, our competitors would call that a 4,000 watt machine. All right, because that you could take the initial surge up to 4,000.
Right.
But it will deliver 2,000 watts of power. We don't recommend that you take it down below 200. All right. So to get the other 1,800 watts back, we plan it so it only takes 7 hours of Florida sunlight. Now, if you have New York City sunlight, it's going to take you about 10 to 12 because of the angle of the sun and the amount of light you have and so forth. So depending upon where you are in the world geographically and how much direct sunlight you have during the day, so it's going to be minimum 5 up to, it could be 2 days if you've got overcast.
But if this thing is charging up, let's say I'm in the condo, and it's charging up the unit, right? 20-foot wires goes inside the unit. I can still run things off the unit as it's charging.
Simultaneously. Yeah, I've actually used this as my uninterrupted power source for my computers.
Okay.
So it's continually plugged in.
So it'll work.
And it also, you were told us that people who are on CPAP, and you can keep them so right next to your bed that you don't have to worry about it. Well, you saw that, where was it, in New York? They lost power and a gentleman died within minutes of everything being turned off. Something like this is so imperative that you always have backup. You don't have to worry about it.
And
you have the small ones.
And unfortunately, our neighbors and our friends in California, I also saw a similar story with the utility shutting off the power in the San Francisco area.
Yep.
It was reported, I think, that some individual basically died within, 12, 15 minutes because his medical equipment, basically, he lost power.
Could you run like a 5,000 BTU air conditioner off that?
Probably not 5,000, but we're close, probably 4,000. So you're able to cool off an 8 by 12 room. So you could have a safe room.
Yeah, for how long?
Between 8 and 12 hours. But when you think about it, when you're running an air conditioner, it isn't constantly running.
That's correct.
All right? Just like your refrigerator isn't constantly running. Compressor kicks on the refrigerator, it runs for 5-10 minutes.
Wow.
Okay? So when you think about, I could run this thing for 8 hours, well, how many 5-10 minute segments is that? For the most part, it's 2 to 3 days. That assumes you're not watching, making your TV like a refrigerator a refrigerator like a TV and constantly open the door and watching.
Right.
You got to be a little more
Now,
energy conscious.
do you need direct sunlight, or a clouded day is still charging?
You can do it in indirect, but it's going to reduce the
amount of
efficiency and how much, or expand the amount of time it's going to take.
Okay.
But this makes it usable for women, for single moms. So many things we talked about, hurricane preparedness, and companies come in, they put up the shutters. But you think about women that are alone, that have children, that are single parents.
Health issues.
Health issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to have to go out and start a generator. You don't want to deal with the gas. There are problems with gas. And this makes it so
HOH
much
won't
easier.
even allow you to have so. I know where I live, I can't have one.
Really?
Yeah.
No, on the high rises, most of the buildings down here prohibit generators, and they've just classified as generators, but what they're really talking about is diesel or gas fueled.
I never thought about that. If you're in a high rise and you're out of power, you have a generator inside. There's nothing you can do. So you're out of luck.
And for those individuals who have a gas generator and say, hey, I've got it covered, it doesn't cost as much as yours. 2 things. One, if it's a portable unit, your generator, when is it that you're going out in the middle of the storm to turn that on?
Yeah.
The minute the storm comes and you lose power, boom, turn your unit on, and you don't have but a minute or two of interrupted, enjoyment of life.
The solar panels, I'm sorry, the solar panels, how small do they fold up for storage when you're not using them?
They're 18 by 20 inches.
That's it.
Because it folds up into 3 or 5 panels.
You beat that, put it in a closet.
That's it. You put it in the closet, you take it out when you need it, and you're ready to rock and roll. I mean, the unit is a nice solution, especially if you're in a high rise, and especially if there's a medical issue. And the medical issue, you don't know when the power's coming back. Here comes a storm.
Not being a CPA, I almost would guess if there's a medical condition, you could almost get a tax deductible.
Talk to your accountant on this. We are not offering...
I'm not a CPA either, but if it's a necessity that you need for breathing purposes.
And we made all of this stuff portable, because how many times you think you're set in the storm, all of a sudden you get, I'm sorry, this is the fire department, you got 10 minutes to evacuate.
Yep.
Now what do?
Yeah. Wow.
Well, you can pull up the handle and you roll it away with you.
Take it to where you have to go. How do people get more information?
The easiest thing to do is go to the website, BeBetterPrepared.info.
BeBetterPrepared.info, and you can get all the information you need from Freddie's hat sorcerer.
The hat sorcerer.
Your hat sorcerer.
Hat sorcerer.
Hat sorcerer.
Where are they made?
In Germany and China.
BeBetterPrepared.info, and of course you can always call Paul for all your travel needs. How do they find you, Paul?
Cruise Optics, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or internet, or 561-232-2626.
Call Paul.
Or Brooklyn Cafe, of
Always
course.
just call Paul for your next trip. And don't forget, $500 refundable deposit gets you to...
Gotta go.
Gets you to Alaska in August, gets you to the West Caribbean in March, and just give them a call. Book it. Easy. 5 minutes. Done.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes. Have a great day, everyone. Be kind to each other. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Right back here at the Brooklyn Cafe TV studios, and we will be right back. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Don't be late.
Yes.
Dr. Lee of Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic with the PhD in neuroscience. Her practice in acupuncture helps hormone balancing, total relaxation, diabetes, and inflammation. For additional questions or to schedule a free consultation, call Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic at 617-817-1910. Acupuncture and Chinese herbs are very effective in treating many ailments and diseases and have been used for thousands of years in China. Call today for your free consultation at 617-817-1910.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.